Well, that's a good way to start the stream. I died.
That's way to start the stream.
I died. One way to start the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I have died.
We tried to save him, but hot damn, he was just determined.
He was just determined. He's like, listen, man, I died. All right, let me pop out the chat here. Put the chat out here. Does that tell me how many people are on? No, actually this will, but I'll put that right here. Put the chat here, and then I'll put the Discord up here. And then I think I will go to I think that, do they automatically post on Discord? Hopefully, I don't know. Let's see.
Why am I so tiny?
I think that'll be okay.
I can't jump.
Let's see. Why can't I share instructions?
There we go.
Alright, well. I think that'll be okay, Alright, that's alright. People know I'm live anyways. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is CFN. I'm here with Soul.
Or am I?
Or is he? I don't know. He is determined, or he has motivation.
I am motivated.
And I have the waifu here as well. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, you always said.
I mean, yeah.
Oh wait, that's me.
That's you. But she is here
That's
in the
me.
back. She's here in the background. So, Z will be joining us shortly. But I wanted.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is. So,
I'm sorry, I was busy.
well, it's all good. What's up, Emo Yuri? Welcome, and Monstercraft. Welcome to the stream. We're here.
Emo Yuri? What?
I did you check the chat? Yuri? I think it's
I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, well, that's the person's name. I want to say the person's name. Anyway, besides the point, first of all, Happy New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy New Year Eve. Not you, yes. We're not there yet.
Not there yet.
Impatient bastards.
So usually I would do this around the time where New Year's would start, but we have something they have to do at church tonight at 11. So I'm doing this now, a little early, and then I'll be there until New Year's starts. So I just want to say first, Happy New Year's or New Year's Eve, and
Happy New Year's.
And today we're going to be doing a lot of reflecting of this year, probably me personally, the channel, and talk about the future and some games that we thought were really good this year that came out.
Of the decade. No, we go one step over.
Yeah, the decade. Yes, the decade stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that came out this decade that we liked, we enjoyed. And stuff probably in the future is going to be coming out. And stuff this year that came out is actually pretty cool. So I want to say that first, make sure, if you guys are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button for see all my videos, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I post vids and everything. Make sure you go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/CFNNation to see my regular streams, because I rarely stream on YouTube anymore. I mostly stream on Twitch. So if you want to see me and interact with me, come to my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/CFNNation. You know what? For giggles, I'm going to put it on the chat. Put on the chat here.
You know, it's also impressive that I'm actually watching this on my Switch.
You're watching it on your Switch.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I forgot I blocked YouTube on my laptop so I can be productive. Yay.
Yay. So,
No, you don't understand. Like, I'll be on YouTube for like a good solid like while if I don't have it like out to the side.
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I need to block it.
Yeah. So today's gonna be a lot of reflection, a lot of things we're gonna discuss and talk about. It's gonna be a little bit jumbled. I don't think we'll have a specific thing, but I know Soul has a list of different stuff that he wants to discuss. But I'm gonna start with saying thank you. I appreciate the support that you guys have given me over these past few years I've done this. I started YouTube in 2015. We started with just my name. We started just doing some gaming. The first first video I posted on YouTube was a DC Universe Online video I did when I first got my PS4 in Florida with the PlayStation 4 mic. I had the PS4 default one ear mic.
You sad man.
That's what I started. That's what I started off first. And I recorded, and I had a blast. I did. I posted it up. I got like 35 views in like the first like maybe like day or something. And I kept, but you know what? I kept going. You know what? I tried. That's what I did. I tried different things. Didn't know it didn't have any direction. Didn't have no direction. What's up, Dylan? I think that's Kai probably. I had no like, you know, ideas, no like direction when I was going. I thought I'd just do some gaming videos. So that's what I did. So I started with the CFN gaming. We did some gaming videos and everything like that. Then like I think a year after, it kind of expanded to CFN TV all the way to CFN Nation when I started reactions. Because you know when I first did YouTube, I didn't really want to do reactions. That's actually the thing. I didn't actually want to do reactions when I first started with YouTube. Oh, and Z is here. Z is also here.
Yay.
No, I'm not.
Well,
Okay, well,
This is Robert the Fargo.
oh yes.
Ew.
BFG.
Ew.
Ew.
Anyways,
Gross.
what I was saying, we gotta end 2019 with a stream. Also, Happy New Year. Yes, thank you, Starchy. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Z, Nightbot's on YouTube. Yeah, it's not. I didn't set it. Okay, the reason why I forgot. The reason why I didn't put it on there was because, well, Nightbot had some issues with, you know, blocking
You know
people.
what? Nightbot can go suck it.
Whatever. Anyways,
Kick it.
so what was I saying is that I didn't really want to do reactions for some reason, only because there was a thing going on where people didn't like reactors because they think they were fake content creators. They were basically taking money from other people's content. People, that's how you view it. And I didn't really want to be viewed like that when I was on YouTube. I just wanted to game. People were like, "Oh, he's a gamer. You know, he's making content and stuff like that." But you know what? But then it dawned on me that wait, so y'all what? Whatever. So but it did dawn on me one time is that listen, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I want to have fun. I'm doing this for, you know, you guys, for the fans, for the community, to have fun, to enjoy myself. So I say, you know what, let's just try the reactions thing, see how it goes. Doesn't go well, we won't do it. The first few videos I did expanded that channel tenfold in a year. In a year, I was already at 1,000 subscribers. That was amazing. And I have to thank every single one of you for doing that, for supporting me there, because if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be at this level I thought I would be. And even if I don't even if I didn't thank you. And even though I didn't even though I'm not like super high in subscribers, just to having that much is good. And even if I don't post regularly, you guys still subscribe, which is amazing. The fact you guys still subscribe, look at my old videos, and comment on my old videos is very appreciative. I do thank you for that. And that's one thing I wanted to discuss is that I do apologize for the fact that I never ever got a solid schedule going with my reactions, because I know a lot of people always have a specific schedule when they can react, when they post it and stuff like that. But with me, life's not easy. Life is very, very, very hard. I'm working full time. I'm in grad school. And I have other things to do, and I'm always exhausted when I get home, and I try to do other things. I stream, hang out with friends, and everything. And it's hard for me to get a strict schedule going with the reactions for me, but I'm trying to adjust to make it work. Doesn't mean I haven't forgotten about reactions at all. I still post when I can. I have the opportunity. I definitely will post reactions, especially when the Markiplier Try Not to Laugh challenges come out. I'm known for that, and the reason why I'm known for that now is because I'm actually in compilations, reaction compilations. some people have taken me from Markiplier and put me in compilations, which is really cool. So I'm known for that. So I do that when it comes out. I'm like, no, I got to get on that real quick. And now people are starting to like my ERB reactions. So when the new one comes out, I got to get on that quick. So I don't forget about reactions. I still want to do them. I enjoy them when I do it. It just, it takes time when setting up the schedule, doing all those reactions. There's a lot more when it comes to making videos than it is for streaming. Streaming is easier because you got just a title and everything. Especially Twitch. Twitch is so easy setting up a stream. But when it comes to doing videos, you gotta record it, edit it, make sure audio is all set. Get good music, thumbnail, upload it, post it, social media, all that stuff. There's so much baggage and stuff, and you need to have enough time to do that. But I do appreciate you guys for being so supportive of me during this time, and I appreciate you guys. And hopefully we're gonna have a great 2020. Great 2020. Patreon is set up. It is. I just need to post stuff. That's the problem. Posting is the problem. I gotta post stuff. I'm trying to think of the direction I'm going with it. On what I'm gonna post on there. So I think 2020 we're gonna do more of that. So I do have a Patreon. I'll be posting some stuff hopefully either starting this week or next week. So keep an eye out for that. So and personally, for me, 2019 has been a big year for me. Because first of all, I graduated from undergrad. Yes, I graduated.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep, I graduated undergrad in a Bachelor of Science in Clinical Research and Psychology. And the big thing is now after that, I went straight into a full-time job working with special needs kids.
However, before he actually got off the stage, he was immediately tackled by me.
Basically. Oh, first I was walking upstage, right? I see him, and he yells, "My boy!" Just scream with the phone, "My boy!" I was like, yes!
Oh, here's the thing. At the time, Joe unfortunately wasn't able to go.
Yeah.
Because he has stuff to do. So I was there. I walked in. I'm like, because there was a couple of friends that I knew that I was cheering for, and then Connor, I'm just like, well, Joe's not here. My boy, let's go!
Yeah, it was
Like you had all these groups. Like the thing is, you had all these groups of people that were cheering on for people, and then there's just the one person that's just cheering for Connor at the top of his lungs, and he just look in the back, and it's just this one idiot with a leather jacket.
I know that was. I do appreciate it, dude. Thank you. And so yeah, I did graduate, and then I went into working full time, working with special needs kids, and then now I'm in grad school. Probably the one regret about that is that I never really. Everyone was celebrating. It's like, you know that?
I think food's ready.
Food's ready. I'll be down in a few minutes. Okay. Tell me down in a few minutes. I want to get this thing out. So the one thing that I think I regret from that is that everyone was so excited. Everyone was like, it's like, yo, you did it, man. Everything, but for me, it didn't really get to sink in that I did it, because right after graduation, I went straight to work. Bang, had to get it, work, figure out what's the next step. I said, all right, next step, moving on. I never got to really sink in. It's like, you know what? I actually accomplished something, and I didn't really get to those sink in. Have have time off to relax. And just say, you know what, I did it, and I can't wait for the next thing. I just went straight into it, and it was really, really exhausting. It was exhausting, especially starting the first 2 months. I struggled in the first 2 months of work. It was a massive struggle for me. But then I adjusted later, and I'm doing very well at work now. But just being able to, and I focus on all of you when you have achievements like that. Take the time to appreciate that you succeeded at something. Take a moment to just sink in and think about, I actually accomplished something. Because don't think of it as just another thing that you did and move on. Just appreciate it. Because those are those moments that you're going to remember in the future. and tell, the next generation about, and everything like that. And one other thing is me adjusting to real life. Adjusting to real life has been a real struggle for me as well. Getting out of college, doing a full-time work, paying bills and everything. It was just like a big slap. It was a massive slap. For me.
Because capitalism.
Basically, yeah. It was a big slap for me, and me trying to figure it out. I mean, I pay my bills with no problem, which is great. But just, just the whole premise of just life coming out with all these priorities, all the things you got to do, it drains you. I was drained, very, very drained, and that was part of the reasons why I didn't want to post a lot, because I was just so drained. I was always so exhausted every time I go home from work. I'm like, listen, I gotta take a nap. I'm passed out and everything. Don't want to do anything. But now I'm adjusted, so now I can work things out now. And I'm gonna try and, I've been saying this a lot, but I'm gonna try and go to the gym more frequently, because that actually helps a lot, working out and everything. Not me to be like, physically fit, but to have that, that physical activity helps, the mind and helping you sleep better.
Right.
So I am going to do that more often. But all that being said, it was a big year for me, and it's been a challenging year and a growing year for me. It's a learning experience. You learn different things. You find out more about yourself that you never really thought you knew about, and things like, I never really thought of things this way or reacted to things this way. But, when life hits you, you start to,
Food's not quite ready, but Mom's saying there's chicken and mac and cheese down there.
It is?
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll tell her to come down and
Yeah, I'll be there. One minute.
okay.
1 minute. So, I'm going to cut this short because I'm going to take a break and eat. But, yeah, just... I'm trying to adjust to life more, and I'm getting a hang of it. I know this year I'm going to tackle it. You got to get ahead of it, because life's not going to get any easier just because it's a new year. Life's going to throw many different curveballs that you're not going to expect, and you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it. You got to be like ahead of the game. You got to have a plan. You got to have a setup and stick to it. I know when the first, we have our resolutions. You have months like, I'm going to do this, but then after like a week, you're going to forget about it. But I encourage you all, like, if you have a serious, solid plan, that you take it seriously. And if you can achieve it throughout the next year, it's going to be very beneficial for you that you do that. So, anyways, I'm going to take a quick break because I'm hungry and I want to eat. So, when we come back, so now we're going to talk about some games and some YouTube and some future stuff. So, all right.
Yeah.
BRB, guys. We'll be back.
Okie dokie.
And also, so if you can see the chat, you can also talk to them as well.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to be muted. I'm going to be on the BRB screen, but I will keep the desktop audio on, so you can just talk to them if you want to ask them some questions, everything. So if they have any.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, I like that BRB.
Nice.
No, it feels like just a Michael Bay, just like add the continuous sound. Oh god, I gotta mute myself. There we go. Because I don't like hearing my own voice. But oh my god, like for me, 2019's been crazy. So this is like the first year I've had like a full-time job, and
Yeah.
it's been like half good, half like exhausting. Just because the stuff I want to do, but at the same time too, I just come home and I'm like, I just worked 8 hours dealing with people. No, I'm not dealing with it. Bye. And I'll just fall asleep. Although, like, there's been times where I just like won't fall asleep. I think like a couple weeks ago, I was out for like 38 hours at one point, and sleep's just like, you know what? You're not having sleep today, but I'm lying down. I'm in bed. Let me sleep. Damn it. No, screw you. Okay. Well, I guess I had no sleep, and I somehow got all my work done, and I don't know how I functioned that day, but I did. But I think it's just like for me, just like kind of adjusting to a lot of other stuff too, and trying to like expand what I can do. Like first and foremost, getting like accustomed to work, and then going ahead and trying to do other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I finally have a new desk, and then I finally got like my computer, my full computer build done. It's like nice and upgraded and everything. I still do a lot of sketching, which I actually have to do some other stuff for it too, but that's beside the point. And there's like so much other stuff like I want to do like coming up, and it's just like I have to do. You have to do it. And
Yeah.
one thing like I'm trying to do is like just take it into strides. Like I know some people when they go into like the new year, they'll come up be like, "I'm gonna lose 50 pounds in like 1 month." First off, that's unhealthy. Second, and like most importantly, like that's like unrealistic as all hell.
Right.
Because then you're just like, oh well, I now just set an unrealistic goal that I won't obtain instead of just setting a goal in general and not just doing some like stupid New Year's resolution kind of thing. Just be like, you know what?
And then when they don't like get it, then they become upset.
They become like me, depressed. Okay, actually, no, they just really just give up on it for the most part. Like, I think there's an actual percentage. What's the actual percentage? I actually kind of want to see. January 12th is the date most people give up their New Year's resolution.
Wow.
And what is the percentage? Roughly 55% of New Year's resolutions were held. 8%, only 8% of people achieve their New Year's goal, while 80% fail to keep the New Year's resolution.
Wow.
Which begs the question, what the hell happened to the other 2%? Well, actually, the other 12%. So I guess
That's really bad.
it's either that or the other 12 just died. Because there should be 20%, and it's just like, no more 12. No 12%. They died. The end. They don't count.
Damn.
They were there. They tried. But they're gone.
All right, I am back, and I have my food.
Yeah, but I mean,
I am back. I'm Dad.
I'll
And-
be right back.
Yes.
I'm still in.
All right, go.
Okay.
All right, so, what were you discussing while I was going?
Alright, so I was watching. Oh no, I was just discussing my stuff for New Year's. Like,
Oh, yeah.
not New Year's, just my year in general. Just like
Yeah.
adjusting to work and everything.
Yeah.
And sorry, and adjusting to life in general. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's what I've been doing for the most part. But for me, it's just like there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and it's just to get to do it and like set realistic goals and not be like I'm gonna lose 500 pounds in 1 year
Yeah.
or like 1 month or something like that, and to just like be realistic and say like, okay, I'm gonna try doing this for maybe a few minutes a week or doing something else, or
Mm-hmm.
like for me it's like right now trying to sketch more. Like I want to improve my sketching and I want to like go a little bit further instead of just being like, well, I suck, or at least like actually more specifically the follow through,
Ah.
because I know there'll be times where like I'll sketch and I'll just be like, I don't like it,
Yeah.
well, screw it, yeet, and go to something else.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to like not do that, and I'm trying to just commit to ideas.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but for the most part, like other than that, like it's just been trying to adjust to a new life, new phase of life, I guess, and just
Yeah.
getting used to it,
Exactly.
and then doing other stuff too to kind of better myself,
Mm-hmm.
and also like getting out a bit more. Like I think I went to a party, like a get together last week.
Oh yeah.
So that, well, actually, it was more like a couple days ago, but which was fun.
Hmm.
But at the same time, too, it's just kind of adjusting
Yeah.
to a lot of stuff. And then, also adjusting to you, like mocking me right
Hmm?
now.
Why? Because I'm eating.
Yeah,
What didn't you eat?
yeah. Oh, I had Chinese food from Cathay.
Mm. Mm.
Like, let's be honest, yeah, I had Chinese food. That doesn't mean I'm not liking those wings.
Hey, you know where I live. You can stop by and get some.
I will. Give me like 2 hours.
It's gonna be like 2 hours. Yeah, but That's true. I think we're all adjusting, really. Adjusting to life, adjusting to new things, and everything. Definitely me adjusting to life as well. And I had something. I was going to say something. And I guess one of the things is, with the Twitch streams and everything, trying to adjust to that. One of the things that I struggle with, as some of you know, is that getting people to actually watch the streams. At least get a decent amount of people to watch. Because I have a lot of followers. I have like 96 now followers on Twitch. But I'm not affiliate, which is shocking to some people. The only reason why, because I only get like 1 or 2 people watching. The only reason I got so many is because I have one game that people like, which is WWE. And the problem with WWE is that it breaks. Every single time. It breaks. So I don't like to stream it a lot because it always breaks, especially the new one. That's actually...
Oh my God.
That broke worse.
Welcome back, peoples.
Welcome back. And that one broke worse than 2K19. At least 2K19, it was a year in, so they had a lot of patches to fix. So it wasn't like as terrible as the new one, but the one straight out of the gate was just a massive like mess.
Right. And we witnessed it.
Yeah.
Because I think the first time you streamed it, I won a match somehow miraculously, like just beating everything up, and then you started another match, and then it just immediately crashed.
It crashed to the point where I just restart my computer. That's how bad it is. Because the problem with playing on PC is that the game, like how they program for PC is awful. They don't have like a borderless window where you can get out of it and just exit out. You have to be in full screen. Or full screen in window mode. Even when you're in window mode, it still acts like a full screen. And you can't get out of that unless you exit the game. And I couldn't do anything.
You couldn't do Alt Tab either?
Yep. I couldn't do Alt Tab. I tried. I couldn't do that because it broke to the point where I couldn't even do that. So it crashed my entire computer. So, and here's the worst part about it. They had a massive update. It was like 28 gigabyte update. It didn't fix anything. Didn't fix a darn thing. They probably fixed like a couple small things, like when you the one thing they issue if you put on lipstick on a character, a female character, and you change the color. When you go out, it's just gonna be the default color that you put on. It's not gonna be the color change.
I mean, that's at least bearable instead of just like a game crashing 24/7.
Exactly.
I feel like that should be a priority.
I know, exactly. I think the problem is that the consoles probably don't deal with that as much as the PC players.
Yeah, so they're probably patching PC, basically taking the stuff from console, patching it for PC, and being like, "This is." They probably don't have a dedicated PC team. They all have to do it all up.
Yeah, exactly. So it probably works better on consoles than it does on PCs because technically, WWE is a console type of game, but they put it in for PC because they want the PC player. They want the money from the PC players. So, but
right.
and Steam is a big market for income. So WWE's like, oh, we're gonna put it in there, try to get some income in there. But yeah, so that's why even though I get a lot of people watching, give or take, it breaks, and I'm always worried that's gonna break on stream. So I don't like to stream it a lot. That's why I stream Destiny with you guys, with our Destiny group. We have Sims, Battlefront 2, which by the way, it's gotten so much better. And what else? I had Fallen Order I was working on. I didn't get to finish it, but I might do it on my own time. We had Paladins, Halo.
Yeah, we gotta do some more Halo at some point.
I know, we gotta get back to Halo, man. I took a break, gotta get it back. But it's just... But rarely anyone goes to watch that. I'm getting more people now because I got more followers, getting a couple more people coming in, but... the struggle is just actually getting consistent people to watch. I just need an average of 3 people watching an affiliate, and I can't even get that.
Well, I think part of it too is just trying to find strides and just finding stuff that not just you like, but other people are gonna like too.
I know, that's why I'm trying. That's why I try different things. I want to try different things, And also the problem is that I also, if you know me, I have internet problems.
Yep.
I keep trying to fix it, but Comcast always comes to try and bite me in the butt every single time. But I think it could be Comcast. It probably is Comcast, but also it's because
It is Comcast.
it is Comcast. That's also the main problem is Comcast. That's the underlying issue, but there's nothing we can do about that because I'm living with my parents. So that's the underlying issue. The other problem is that we have a lot of stuff here. Like, I built my brother's PC, and he plays Fortnite all the freaking time. The problem is it takes up all the internet. Now I gotta tell him, listen, we have to adjust this schedule here. Because I can't be streaming while you're playing Fortnite because I'm going to lose my stream. And then if he plays on a console, he's going to lag, he's going to complain that it's going to be lag. So all those things that we have to take into account when it comes to that. And it can get kind of frustrating and just, it kind of makes me lose motivation to keep going when things like that happen. Because if it's a consistent problem and you've tried everything and there's not really a real solution, that motivation just starts to easily drop. But I still keep going because I do it for you guys. You guys support me and everything, so I keep going. I keep trying. I keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try new things. That's why I got the Switch, because what I want to do, I want to do some Super Mario Maker stuff, some custom stuff. I want to see how people like that. So I'm gonna try doing that. But yeah, man. I would love for you guys, all the people on my not all of them, but a lot of people. I have a lot of people on YouTube who subscribe. I would like you guys to, follow me on Twitch, because I stream a lot on there, and I definitely would like you guys to support there, as well. Like I said, put the link there if you guys want to, follow. I'm not telling you you have to, but it's there, and I would love to support you if you guys would. So. But we're still striving, we still keep going, still coming up with ideas of what we're going to do. So hopefully we'll have something for next year, and hopefully we will get affiliate by next year. That's the goal, at least to get the affiliate by next year. So that's a legitimate goal I'm going to be working on. So anyway, anything else you guys have? Because do I need a Twitch account? I think you do. You need a Twitch account to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So it's a similar thing to YouTube for the most part, except it's not on my Google.
Yeah.
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
Until it is, and we're boned. But regardless of that point.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I think probably the biggest thing that's happened to me in a long time, and so it's always been very excited about this, is that I was able to be with Empress Panda.
Yay.
That is probably the biggest thing that's happened to me in this whole decade.
Don't do it. I'm gonna legit cry.
I'm sorry, but I gotta give you more than my 2 cents. So,
So 3 cents?
hey, it'd be more than that. But
$1?
$1, I'll give you.
Whoa, hold on here.
Hey, I was thinking more like 20, but I'm gonna.
That's
But-
crazy, man.
But
We don't
yeah,
have $20.
I was at a point in my life where I wasn't even looking for anybody, because I've been disappointed way too many times. I was at a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna look. I'm gonna focus on what I gotta do, because it's just been a disappointment for me, and that's what I did. Right after, I think it was my junior year, I'm just after vacation, focus on graduating, focus what I gotta do. Whoever comes in my life will come in my life. I'm just not gonna look. End of August. The end of August is when we got together. And I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even looking. And whether you guys believe or not, I think God gave me a gift.
Boom! I showed up.
God, basically, yep. And I even said to myself, listen, I'm going to focus on me. I got to focus on what I want to do. And I think he was like, no. Because what I said is that no man should be on this. No man should be here alone. And he gave me you. So, I thank him every single day for that. I thank him every single day. And I do not take this for granted.
Everything's ready.
It's fine, I have my food. I'm all set. And I just want to say thank you for just loving me for who I am. Because that's what I was looking for. I didn't want to find anyone fake. Because I was a YouTuber. I could play music or anything. Just for being me. That's all I really wanted. I thank you and I appreciate that.
Welcome, baby.
Yeah. So.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry now.
Be strong, Panda. Be strong.
So.
I got this.
Say, bro. Oh, forget. Oh, we're losing Kai too. Oh no.
Reverse that tier.
Someone get the Uno reverse card. But
Damn it! I used it in the bonfire last night. Crap.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Soul, man. How would you do that?
God
Anyway,
damn it, Saul.
Hey, it was a good bonfire.
also, I want to thank Z, and he's gone.
Damn.
Right when I say thank you, he's gone. Rip.
Oh my god.
But, anyways, you probably see it.
Yeah, probably.
I do want to thank him because he's been a massive supporter of my channel and of me. You know, even if he can't be there all the time, when he's there, he's always on point. He makes sure that all the commands are there. He makes sure that the Discord is in line, that keep people in line. Despite all of his dark humor and everything, some are funny, some questionable. He takes it very seriously. He takes his music very seriously, and he takes his work very seriously. He takes this very seriously, and I appreciate that. Dude, I couldn't have think of anyone else to help. Also want to thank the homie Soul. The homie Soul, man, he's been you always would call him the most supportive, unsupportive person on this Discord.
Yep, I was the last to subscribe.
He was the last person to subscribe to my channel, but he still supported me 100%, just for being a friend and giving me the motivation to keep going when when I was down. I feel like I didn't want to do it anymore. He was like, dude, keep going. That's what he said. Just keep going, keep trying. And I kept doing it. I kept going and going and going, and I'm continuing to keep going. And I do appreciate you being there, being a friend, and being a friend to me, a close friend, a college friend, also helping out with this Discord and everything, and taking on this role. And I do appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right, sorry, I had to close the Switch stream for a bit because of the fact that it was cutting you on and off. So,
Yeah.
but honestly though, I'm happy to be a friend, and I'm just glad I get the chance to work with you and everything on this too.
Exactly.
And I don't know how many times either Connor or someone will call me up and try to handle try to ask for advice and things like that, and I try to do the best I can for people, and in the end of the day, I want people to be the best version of themselves they can possibly be.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's my goal for it.
Yeah.
Do I come out blunt sometimes? Yeah, I can. But that's what happens when you get hit in the head several times. But I try to I try to people to do what they can because I know that they can.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I do believe that people people have both. They can have the worst and they can have the best, and try to help bring the best.
Exactly. Thanks, dude. And also want to thank Kai as well for taking on the role as a Dark Council member, being there, being active in Discord every single time. He was always active, all the time with his emotes. Always his emotes. I'm like, we always get those Kai emotes, and I do appreciate him for what he's done. And what's up, Ty? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Ty.
Yep.
Hi, Ty.
So, yeah, man, just thank you.
And also to the other, I know Connor's probably will mention them too, but also the other Dark Council members too.
Exactly.
Like Dinos, Nightmare, God, and especially Joe too.
Yeah.
Joe, Zombie.
Listen,
Rada.
Radia. Well, Radia's been very close to me for a while, even before he became Radia. So, and yeah. I also, I want to thank Dark for taking on the role of Dark Council, being there as much as he can. Zombie was one of the old OG ones who was here, being there all the time, being everything. Dinos as well. She's come a long way. Dinos come a long way, and I'm actually very proud of her.
Although she's currently lost in translation according to Discord. So,
I mean, but
she's come far.
But she's come very far, and she's working very hard and has very motivation, going to school and everything. I appreciate that. You're doing a great job and everything. And also Shadow Prince, even though he keeps changing his name every time, but I appreciate him for helping out and being there as well. Now, Joe was a brother to me. He was the first supporter of me, the first one, and we found each other through YouTube. And he was in the same college as me. That's like in a millionth that we'd be this close from a YouTube video.
And the reason why I know Joe, because all three of us kind of knew each other. How I knew Joe was that he was the guy that, and I kid you not, Joe's probably gonna punch me straight across the face for saying this, but he was the guy that in our literature or any English class, he'd be front row, dead looking at Netflix.
Yep, and he would be proud of it.
Yep.
He would be very, very proud of that. And and him just being a brother to me, and just being, keeping me accountable and everything is very important. And he's very respectable to everyone, despite his hilarious jokes, his outlandish behavior. But
His
shillelagh. But when it comes down to it, he's very serious about this.
Yes.
And he will support anybody 100%. And I do appreciate Joe, and he's very busy doing work. So Joe, if you're out there, we love you, brother. I appreciate you for what you do, man. Riv.
And I also want to say, Joe, too, you also, you've been an awesome friend to me. I still remember, you and Connor both, because Connor got graduated a year after I did. And when I graduated, I left in a hurry because my parents, we all wanted to get out, and we just wanted to go out with each other, just go dinner and stuff. And then, of course, I got a call from these two, things I can't say on YouTube, trying to hunt me down just so they could get a picture. That made my moment. And
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we actually have a joke. And he will tell us about this joke. So, now, his name on Discord is called Soul Cross, but he used to be Soul Soda.
Yes.
Soul is known for being salty. A lot.
Yep.
So we call him the Salt sometimes. So, what did Joe decide to do? On his graduation, he decided to buy a big thing of salt. Not only that, we went to the Walgreens to get it, and we told the person to do a prank, and the person working there helped us out with the prank.
I feel like I know who. In the sad part is, I feel like I know who did it because our family and I, we go to Walgreens really regularly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that person knows who I am.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And that's not even the worst part too. There's two best parts. It gets even better. So keep in mind too, this was during a graduation party.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, James and Joe.
Oh.
They basically. They basically get into a mock fight. And both of them are speaking in an Irish accent, and it is the most glorious thing in the world.
It was so funny. They were talking in brogue, very bad brogue, but it was hilarious.
And then Joe almost picked up the chair. It's just ah.
Yeah. So it was
And also, as a side note, that salt was on the ground, because what happened was they also brought a rubber ducky and wanted to shove the rubber ducky in this tub of salt.
Yep.
But they couldn't fit the ducky in. So what they did was they emptied the salt on the curb of the park that's right near me.
Oh.
And basically literally like, and I go walk through like have like regular walks throughout the neighborhood. Like I'll Connor, you know my route.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
go up
yeah.
to Milton Square and then
Yeah.
come back.
Yep.
Excuse me, sorry. But what ended up happening is that this salt was just like flat out on the ground for 2 whole weeks. Maybe more. No one touched it.
Yep.
It was just there.
It
So
was there.
basically, every single time I was like on a walk,
You'd see
like
the
when I was
salt.
walking around the neighborhood, I see the salt, and all I could think of it was, "God damn it, Joe and Connor." Damn it.
All right. We do it out of love, brother. So, anyways, but I do appreciate all you guys for the support, and everything. You know. Oh.
You say as you eat those luscious chicken wings.
I know, right? Like I said, you can come on by and grab some, man. You know where I live. We have a bunch.
Yeah, I know it. Oh, you know, you come down here because you're the only one that can drive. Although, I mean, I've been working on my permit too, so.
Hey,
But-
there you go. Get a license, man.
But anyway, but that still begs the point. You're still coming here.
I mean, probably up eventually. Hey, I'll hang over a place and we'll play some Super Smash Bros. I got some Switch controllers.
yeah, but I have a GameCube controller.
Hey, we lit. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate every single one of you who supported me throughout these years. I'm doing YouTube and Twitch and everything.
I'd like to say something.
Go right ahead.
All right. Since we're reflecting on 2019, you know, this year was pretty rocky. We had a pretty rocky start, but like, I don't know, during like the end of last year and this whole year, like when you guys accepted me into this little family up here.
We're a very dysfunctional family, but go ahead.
Like, oh god, I don't want to, but you guys have made me like feel happier and like just a part of just something bigger, and I appreciate every single person that's ever like supported me or like cheered me up when I had a bad day, or you know, prayed for me, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate all my Discord family, my dysfunctional Discord family.
Yep.
Because I'm just as dysfunctional as all of you guys.
We may be
So,
dysfunctional, but Soda will always be E40.
No, I will not.
No.
God.
You go back into the abyss.
But seriously, I love you guys. I love you, babe, and you know,
I love you
I'm
too.
hoping for many more years.
I love you
All
too.
you guys.
Aw.
You know what? How could we get about Z's cry?
2018.
All right. You know what? I think Ty and Kai would like to join us, so I'll add them to the group. 'Cause I feel like they have some things to say, so I'm gonna add them to the group.
Cool.
So I'm gonna add them. I'm gonna add Kai. Where is he? Where is?
Oh no.
Oh, you
I just
scared.
say, oh no.
Oh dear God! Oh dear God!
Oh dear God.
Oh dear God.
All right, so that's everybody.
Hey, let's go now, guys.
What's up, guys?
Oh my God, you sound like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh God.
I saw this something straight out of the Lion King.
Take care, my boy.
Sweet. Anyways, thank you. Anyways, welcome, guys, and and I appreciate you guys. You know everything you've done. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't be where I am if
Oh.
it wasn't your support. Believe me. You know, just being, you know, watching my vids, being on stream, everything. Even if you're not there all the time, just being there, supporting, is all I need. Like I said, I wasn't doing this for fame, making money, or all that garbage. I was here because I wanted to have fun, and I wanted to build a community. What's up, Dark Taco? Oh, I am hearing echo.
Yep, that's Kai.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
God.
nope.
Okay. Yep, Dark Taco's here. Welcome, my dude. And he's been a supporter here. He's been a quiet supporter, but he's been there in almost all the streams, man.
Was that the Old Spice?
Wait, I was like, wait, what? Was that Old Spice?
Old Spice commercial.
Can you let Connor
Power
talk?
up, power up.
Let the man speak.
Can you
say?
Guys, Connor was talking. Can you like let him finish?
All right, thank you. But like I said, I appreciate just being supporting and being there for me, especially, you know, even the times when I've had rough days. Because I know I've had rough days before, and you know, and the one thing I really want to do, I really would like to hang out with you guys a lot more. You know, it doesn't have to be on stream, but just hanging out. Because there was one time, and honestly, it really was like it really kind of hurt me. What happened is I was upgrading my computer, right, changing my case, and there was an issue with it. Trying to get the screen up. I found out what the problem was. It was a stupid reason why it was not working. But while I was doing that, all the people, it was it Panda, Z, Dark, and I think it was Polka. And Polka's rarely on because she's dealing with a lot. Y'all were playing, what's it called? Cards Against Humanity. And I would have definitely liked to join that. And I didn't even know you guys were doing that. I mean, you texted me, but I was in the middle of something. I couldn't really do that, and I couldn't get on my computer and everything. And
Was this the issue with the
it was
AMD?
it was with the graphics card, like, you know, that little
Yeah.
strip thing that's supposed to make it vertical, but give power, didn't give power because it was stupid. That was why.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you talking to me
And I
about
spent
that.
money on things I didn't need to because of one stupid thing. But you know what? We're gonna let that pass. Let that pass. But that, you know, that was a very low point for me because I'm like, y'all were having fun. I wasn't there. I really wanted to hang out with you guys and everything. We guys can, especially, you know, because Polka's rarely around because she's dealing with a lot, and it was the only time she was there, and I wasn't there to be there, and that really hurt me because I felt like it was just me punching myself in the face. And what I want to do is hang out with you guys a lot more. Are you done?
I was just eating.
Oh, you still playing?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, so because of that, I want to, you know, try to hang out with you guys a lot more. Because, you know, I work a lot, I have school, and I don't get a lot of time, but I do want to. And like I said, it's not. I'm not blaming anyone for that. That was me. That was an L for me because, you know, I was doing some mechanical stuff when I didn't get fixed, and that was just me just taking an L for that. But it was a big L. But the fact that, you know,
Connor,
you guys still, yeah.
listen, man. You didn't take the L. You didn't.
No.
Nick Cannon took the L.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, you know what? You know what? You're honestly right. I don't know why he would do that. He just shot himself in the foot for that one.
The reason why I say that is because Connor didn't what Connor did wasn't idiotic. It was actually like something that was genuine. He wanted to do something for his subscribers.
Yeah.
Whereas the other guy shot himself in the head.
Basically. So, yeah.
Okay then.
Anyway, I mean,
well, okay.
what he's
It was
trying.
kind of an L on both parts because we decided to, you know, just go ahead and have fun without Connor. So
Right.
it was kind of an L of both parts. So we gotta just start hanging out with each other more and start communicating more with each other.
Yeah.
And the one time that I have technical problems when you guys had fun, that just like that was
When I heard that, it kind of made me upset. Just me in general, because it made me feel like we just left him out, like we didn't care. And I don't think that was the case. It was just you were having difficulties, you couldn't do anything about it.
yeah.
But it was our L because we just decided to have fun without you.
Yeah, but let's not dwell on it because all I know is that in the future I'm gonna hang out with you guys a lot more, and and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have any more technical problems except for internet. That's always gonna be a problem. We're gonna try. Hopefully, the only major solution for that is me moving out and getting my own internet, but that's not gonna be for a few years. So I'm hearing echo again. Just a little.
Yeah, why are you trying to make Connor sound like an alien?
Huh?
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, I am gonna try and hang out with you guys, and I liked having the group thing, hanging out and playing the games and stuff like that, and I'm glad that PlayStation is now having some cross play with some games now, like Paladins.
To some
Brawlhalla.
extent, yeah.
Just to a certain extent, with Brawlhalla, Paladins, Modern
You
Warfare.
now have Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft and stuff. That's good.
I have Minecraft on mobile, just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the
mobile
Java
can
version,
get on
so.
too. Like mobile, PlayStation 4, PC, all those can like connect.
Yeah.
Heck, don't forget the Switch version.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna
Sad
definitely
thing
do.
is that I don't have any of those, sadly.
Oh,
Honestly, the Switch Lite, like even like if you don't get the Switch alone, like the Switch Lite in itself is a good deal.
it is. It's actually pretty. I almost wanted to get that version, but I wanted to get the regular because I want to hook it up to the TV. Because as you could tell, my room is different. If you could probably tell, because I'm transforming this into a gaming hangout room. I have a friend from my church who's helping me, doing some renovations, cleaning, painting, and everything like that. My bed is now. I have a loft right up here. I don't know if you can tell.
Ooh.
That's
He
where
has
I'm
that
sleeping.
loft.
That's where I'm sleeping now. It may seem like this it's very low towards the head, but I'm sleeping, so it doesn't really matter. I never had any problem sleeping up there. So.
Have you slept up there before you did the room? Because I always like whenever I went to your house, I always like
So
who goes up there?
So, I used to go up there and hang out there when I was younger, but my cat used to sit up there all the time. So what my friend had to do was we had to basically take out the carpets, vacuum it, scrub the outside, clean it and everything to make sure everything is clean and nice so I can sleep without any problems. So,
Yep.
and it worked out. So, and this is gonna be a hangout. You can see changes in this room as the months go by. The paint's gonna be different. You're gonna see hopefully a couch get here eventually.
Ooh, fancy.
Some stuff. Some stuff you're gonna see. Some things different. It's gonna be hopefully more open, more like a gaming setup here. So you're not just staring at my bed, my messed up bed, my clothes all over the place because I gotta get my life together. And all the stuff spilled around everywhere. Hopefully that's just gonna be gone. Hopefully it'll be a hangout room, more professional, more relaxed, more cool, open. So that's gonna be a thing working on for next year. So that's
That'd be cool.
That's good.
Do you know what you should add?
Hmm.
Meditation. Mindfulness.
Is that okay? I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean,
I blame Dark.
I mean, I was hoping you would go more detailed with that, because you just said meditation. That could mean kind of anything. I thought you go in detail. But
Whoa!
I am.
I'm just
Ayamba?
just saying.
Daniel.
But yeah, that's gonna be some changes going on here too. So, yeah. So, Soul wanted to talk about, since we're doing this is a decade. It's been
Yeah,
a
this
decade.
is a whole decade.
It's a whole decade. We've gone through the 2010s. So we're gonna talk about.
I've gone from middle school now with a part-time job.
Yeah,
Yay.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, 2010, I graduated from middle school. It's almost 2020, and I'm in grad school. That's crazy.
I was in 2010. I was in. Oh God, I think it was my sophomore year, like the end of my sophomore year and junior year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. But
I was in my first/second year of middle school.
Same.
So we wanted to talk about some of the best games that came out in from this decade, starting with 2010. Now Soul had a list, so I'll have him start.
So here's the thing. So here's what I did. So what happened to me was like I didn't do a specific like list of all the games that came out like for every single year. I didn't want to do that because I feel like that's like
That's a lot of
something-
games.
yeah, exactly. So what I decided to
Then
do
you
was I
have to go through
decided
every single like console. Oh heck no.
basically
That's a lot of games.
exactly. That's why I'm just like nah, nope, not doing that. So basically what I did was I chose a specific set of genres
Mhm.
that kind of interests me, and I just said the best stuff for it.
All right.
So I'm gonna start with console. I'm gonna start with the best consoles.
Yep.
So I have two. So the first one is a traditional. The second one is kind of an overall kind of game platform.
Okay.
So traditional, Xbox 360.
All right.
You got my vote.
Yep. So I think Xbox 360 because that's when like I started getting into the more like meaty stuff for gaming, like Halo, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. If anyone remembers like those days where oh god,
Man, Reach.
like I was god awful at the
Reach-
game.
Reach in like 2010, dude. Like,
I don't know. I feel like I think I've always had a better spot for Halo 3
oh yeah.
than I did with Halo Reach. And like not to say like Halo Reach isn't a good game. It's a great game. I just feel like Halo 3 lasted for me a bit longer.
Yep.
Don't forget Halo Combat Anniversary and Combat Evolved Anniversary.
Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten those. I just feel like again, like Halo 3 and Halo Reach were probably the more flushed out games
Yeah.
from Bungie. So that's why I kind of list them more. And then overall, I'm gonna say PC because PC like you're able to play a lot of the console games from consoles, but also at the same time too, you're not
And
like
you also get to play online for free too.
Yeah.
that's true, but that's only because Steam makes developers pay for the servers. But that's regardless. All right, so you want me to just keep going, or do you want to? Like,
Okay, so for me, well, I've always been a PlayStation for me. Cause that that is family.
Same.
That's fair.
My
That's
my
I've always been with PlayStation.
my-
Either PlayStation or Wii.
listen,
That too. Same
listen,
here.
I would always go to my cousin's house. He'd always have his PS2. Dude, that would be so much fun to play on a PS2.
Dude, no, I agree.
Connor?
Yep.
Hold on a second, I just gotta sneeze real quick. PlayStation's still bad, but it's good. Oh, sorry about that.
What?
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 Made no
Bad when it
sense.
comes
You
to
know,
online.
I understood. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Cause I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to.
Well, let
Well,
me.
I have my own reason why.
Well,
Like, I do like PlayStation. Don't get me wrong. I like PlayStation, but I have my own reason why I don't like it at the same time.
Well,
That's fair.
let me finish. So, I've always wanted to have a PS2, but the problem I never got a PS2 until later in life. I never got a chance to get it. But here's this. I'll tell you a story. It was during Christmas time. I asked my mom or my grandmother for PSP. You know, the portable, because that looked really cool. My cousin had it, and I wanted one.
Oh my
portable.
god, I remember that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I told her I wanted that. Christmas morning, I open up a gift. It was a PlayStation 3, and it just came out. I was like, screw the PSP. Thank you for that. That was the best gift I ever got because
It's like
I didn't even expect it. And my dad's like, "Oh, we can take it back." I'm like,
No.
sir, no.
I wish you would.
Sir,
take me
sir,
back.
I asked for a Mustang. You gave me a Ferrari.
And not only that, the game that she got, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I was like, yo, the first thing before I leave from Florida, it's like I gotta get Darth Vader. I gotta unlock him. Gotta bang
do
out
it.
to episode
You
6.
can't play that game and
Oh
not
dear
do it.
God, you're one of those people.
No, I can't. No, literally, I'm like, play the first mission, episode 1, first mission. I'm like, bang it, going straight to 6, finishing that off.
Okay, that's it. You know what? Sorry, I gotta go off topic real quick. Okay, can someone give me a Sith villain that's better than Darth Vader?
There are a lot of them. That was me. Well, personally, I liked Vader because he was cool.
Yeah,
I didn't care if
he's
he was
cool.
if he was
He's really cool.
I didn't care if he was strong or anything. Technically, he's actually weaker because of the suit.
I liked it. I liked Anakin's storyline, his arc. Like
Oh, that was the
it
best.
was the coolest.
Darth Maul was pretty good.
But,
But-
like my second favorite would probably be Darth Maul. Maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I'm
Man, I just asked who's the better Sith than Darth Vader. I never asked for a story.
that's it's debatable because a lot of people say that the strongest Sith is Nihilus, but technically what happened is that he consumed so many planets, it got so OP to the point where his body couldn't handle it and he just died, but his spirit still lived on.
Isn't he still Legend?
No, I found. Oh, by the way, so I want to talk to you about this. He's no longer legend. After Rise of Skywalker came out, Revan, Nihilus is officially canon. Officially.
Not enough. Wait, whoa.
No, there's a reason. There's a reason why. I know why. A lot of people missed this because they were trying to hate on this movie. But there's a reason why. Unknown regions. The unknown regions. The unknown regions.
my
That
God.
unknown regions. That's where. Okay, I don't want to spoil the movie. I'm not gonna spoil the movie. If you guys want to watch Rise of Skywalker, see it. But unknown regions is a key thing of this movie, and a lot of people didn't see that. And guess what? Revan is now canon right after this movie. That's not coincidence. That is not coincidence. That means I'm so hyped on what they're gonna do next.
Coincidence? I think not.
Because
What the
so I'm not gonna spoil anything. So watch the movie, and if you want to know more about it, if you have questions, let me know. Me and Sol will talk. We'll talk to you because I don't know if Sol has seen it yet, but
I have not.
you should see it.
Neither have I.
So you guys have a lot of questions. I mean, Sol and I have been always talking about what Disney's done with Star Wars. It's been
I have one
negative.
question. Mr. CFN, I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's better, Star Wars or Marvel?
Marvel.
The heck?
Well, you got your answer there.
What?
I was, you know
That
what?
is
I
what
was,
kind
you
of
know
question
what?
is that?
You know what? I was really hoping for someone to say, "Oh, they're both better because they're owned by Disney," but no, someone decided to say Marvel.
No, like here's the thing. There's actually a reason why I'm saying is that not only their shows are actually not bad, but also their comics like are starting to get kind of fire at the moment. Not gonna lie, like I have a couple friends that are really big into comics, like the Marvel comics, and they basically are rebooting X-Men at this point in the comic side.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the reboot so far is really good. Like the art style is fantastic. Like the storyline so far is really, really good. And also how they got to the reboot in the first place. There was also this whole thing that they did too to kind of like make the reboot kind of canon instead of just like, you know, reboot like a normal reboot. They kind of like universe killed reboot kind of thing. And it was really interesting. But yeah, I would say Marvel just because Marvel handles the story better, whereas Disney just yeeted a good chunk of the universe out the window for Star Wars. And I think that's what. Granted, if what they said with Reverend is true, that's gives me some hope. Although I've heard Mandalorian, which is good.
It is very good.
However, again, at the same time too, I think Marvel just has a better way of dealing with their story.
Yeah, they have a better, sense idea of canon, and they stick to the comics a lot with their movies.
Hell, DC even does. I think DC even has it better too. Granted, there's movies
Yeah,
and
but
shows. aren't the
Marvel's
greatest.
better than DC in a way.
I mean, making the
Yeah, they
movies,
are.
like they can't make a decent. Like now, they can't make a decent Batman movie. They're casting the guy from Twilight to play as Bruce Wayne only because of a chin. Because he has the Batman chin. Exactly. Because they said he has the Batman chin. I'm like,
I got pissed off that they were casting him.
he was a romantic.
He's not a good actor for that. I'm sorry.
First of all, he plays a romantic vampire. You're gonna have him be like, "I'm Batman." Are you serious? Like, really? People didn't even barely like.
And no one knows him for his other movies. They just know him for Twilight.
Like,
Yeah.
and they barely like what's Ben Affleck. If you've seen Ben Affleck, he looks like a dad trying to cosplay as Batman.
It does. The suit didn't help either. That was
really-
the problem. I
it
know
really
they were
didn't.
trying to go with a classic look, but no.
I mean, the only person who looked more like Superman was Henry Cavill, and now he's playing as Geralt from The Witcher. And I heard it's on the top.
Okay. But that being said, too, like DC has had some decent movies in the past, like, or at least recently, like Wonder Woman, for example. I haven't seen it, but I've heard like raving reviews about it. Shazam apparently was really good.
It
Like
is.
anything that's not the main DC superheroes have been really good. And then also a lot of people keep forgetting about the shows. I don't know how Batgirl is, but Flash and Green Arrow, like Green Arrow has been like
Green Arrow
longest-
is so good. Oh my god.
Yes.
Green Arrow. I haven't seen Green Arrow a lot, but
The show?
yeah,
the show.
Yes.
It's a good show. Season 4 was not my favorite though, but season 2 was the best. I will tell
Right.
you that.
but it's the longest. It's like finally ending now, but like it's been their longest running, and it's been really good. The Flash, from what I've heard, has actually been really good. Batgirl, I don't know.
Batgirl
And then there was,
I
and
haven't
then
seen
there was
that.
also, and then there was also Gotham, which was
Dude.
on Fox.
Come on, dude, do something.
By the way, did you watch Gotham, Soda?
I have no. So here's the problem. I like been kind of more strictly towards like, I'll say anime and stuff now recently. Like I don't. Here's the thing.
Okay.
A lot of like the shows that are on now, like granted there's some shows that I wish I could watch or wish I will watch, but I feel like just like Japan is at times, even like when there's a kids show or something that's attended to the kids show, the kids show happens to have better writing than a good majority of the stuff here in the US,
You say Naruto is better than Flash? Don't joking, no.
which is really bad.
Yeah. Well, I wanna get a little off topic because we're kind of going all over the place
Yeah.
with this.
All
But
right,
so what I wanted to say one thing. When you go, you guys obviously gonna have different opinions when you see the Star Wars movie because there are a lot of YouTubers who actually didn't like it, because they felt like it was all over the place, and but I will say this: some people said this, and the director J.J. Abrams says like this: like we can't make a movie similar to what it originally was. Like New Hope and Empire Strikes Back were a monumental breakthrough for the Star Wars universe because they were the best movies that came out there.
Right.
And it's hard to grasp that because not everyone's gonna be happy. There's some people who hate the prequels, some people liked it. Some people didn't like the Metachlorian idea, some people did. Some people
Everyone loved Baby Yoda. No one didn't like him.
and then people what's so funny, Z?
I'm looking at the YouTube comments. Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Gallen?
Oh my god, the spider.
Tom Gallons.
Tom Gallen.
Tom Gallons.
It's Tom, man. It's gotta be Tom.
No, listen. Listen.
honestly.
I'm Z. You're not gonna like this, but listen. I grew up with Toby.
I grew up with Toby too, but I hate Toby.
Listen, I liked him in the first movie, but after the
Yeah,
two movies,
he was a good actor in the first movie.
but then he got downgraded in this first two, and especially the third one. He
Oh
became
my
a
God.
meme. He became a meme in the third one, especially when he became like Black Spider-Man.
He just
Oh
dancing
my
in the
God.
rain.
But no, the first one, it was very, very good. I enjoyed the
His
first one.
his dance move was why I hated him.
So you didn't like the third
Yep.
one. But the first one was really
He became meme material.
and he did. And no one sees him anymore. He's out of the picture. So but I grew up with Tobey. But going back to what I was saying before was that we're not gonna please everyone when it comes to Star Wars. Some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it. So I personally enjoyed it. A lot of people that I was with enjoyed it. Radio was a meh for him, but because he kind of expected what was gonna happen in the movie. So but this new stuff about coming out and everything. Hopefully, if this is what we're thinking, if I'm thinking and Soul are thinking, then we're gonna enjoy it a lot more. But I will say, go see it. See what you guys think. If you like it or hate it, that's obviously your opinion, and I'm not gonna hate you or anything like that. Yeah, your
I
opinion.
gotta watch the rest of the movies first.
Don't worry, we'll watch it. We'll watch it together. So
So, does anyone else have any other console that they think kind of stuck out, or? It's,
The Switch personally for me, because it was like it was so new, because it was like a hybrid portable / home console type thing.
I think like if I had to choose, like it's just a handheld, I would say 3DS.
And I think that's what the Wii U was trying to aim for.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a mix of it, but I don't think you could really take it away with take it anywhere because you had to be at the console to play it. So, but listen, if you want to do handheld, PSP was a big one for PlayStation. I had that. I played the crap out of my PSP because I did get one too later on.
Yeah.
And
I would say, and this is, I'll get to one of my picks later on, but like PS Vita on the other hand,
I never,
low key good.
I never got that, but I always wanted to try that.
It was low key good. Not
yeah?
gonna lie, like one of my all time favorite games happens to be on the PSP. I'm sorry, PS Vita,
Oh yeah,
and I'll get to it in a second. But yeah.
yeah. And when I got my PSP, the Star Wars game I got was Star Wars Force Unleashed. I played the crap out of that game because it was so fun, and the fact that you can cheat in the game. It was so much fun after, because I beat the game authentically before I cheated, but after I beat it authentically, I basically just cheated the entire time, and it was so much fun. So, and,
No, which Star Wars was it? I'm sorry, I kind of
Force
broke out
Unleashed.
one.
Force Unleashed.
Oh my god, yes.
But
The game?
I remember
Yeah, the
that.
game.
I actually played the PSP version too.
yeah, because with the PSP version, you could do a lot of cheating with the game. Like you could cheat and get custom skins on there, custom lightsabers, upgrade, basically be invincible, unlimited force energy. You can just shock people throughout the entire thing. But there was the PS3 version, which is kind of the authentic version of the game, I would say. And it was a little bit more. I guess it wasn't as out there as the PSP version, but it was just it was more graphically good, and I think it had more of a storyline. I think in there maybe out.
Well, they had the same storyline. I think it just had much more stage.
Yeah, it was more of a stage solid thing. Whereas PSP, you can it was giving us more broad open thing you can do with it. Because they had extra missions, they had obviously the cheats as well. So,
I have
Yeah.
a comment.
yep.
Sure.
My favorite like Star Wars game that came out back then was the Battlefront.
Oh, classic
yeah,
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
I still have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. It's on
You know
the
what?
PS2.
They actually, this is a fun little note. This is not in my game, I don't recognize it, but I think it is worth noting that this year they brought back the servers for the PC.
Yeah.
Because after like a while back, they closed down all the servers and you can only play
Yeah.
locally. However, recently they brought back the servers for classic Battlefront 2. Granted, it's still as bad as the original, or at least it's still it's basically on par of the original back in the day. So it was good back in the day, but regardless, like I think that's still worth noting that like something like there's certain games that hold up the test of time to that.
Mhm.
Like for example, like another game, and then I'll get to the other stuff later after this. Is like Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh,
game
yeah.
Came out. This game came out what 2001, like very early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
It still has like a very very relative like actually I shouldn't say relative. It has a very large community still
Mhm.
of people playing this.
Oh, yeah.
To at the point there's still tournaments going on. There's still people playing this. Like there's still stuff being discovered like mechanic wise in the game.
Yeah.
It's like still super popular.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, but I have another one though.
All right, go
I
ahead.
got a best racing game.
Mm.
And Connor, this is gonna explain a lot of my hate for where my hate for Disney started.
Okay.
This is like the origin story for Disney hate.
Mm-hmm.
Is Split Second.
Split Second.
Yes. So I actually technically I have two. The one that I played the most was probably Most Wanted, Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah.
And I loved it because of its soundtrack and the open world stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah, I
Split
love that
Second,
game.
Split Second stood out to me the most, and I gotta see if I can get it. But it stood out to me because it was very arcadey racing game that looked graphically beautiful for the time.
Yep.
And B, and most importantly, it did something that no other racer did. Is basically it allows you to play like destruction in a sense. If you want like a gas tank to blow up, you can blow it up. You want a building to fall onto someone, you can have it fall off to someone. If you
Hell
want
yeah! And when you was getting chased by the cops, bruh, those traps that they laid.
well, I don't think there were cops in that game, but like I think for Most Wanted, yes, there was like the cops chases were fun. But for this, like for Split Second, it was like all like user base and all like racing and stuff. However, so it was developed by a studio called BlackRock Studios, and it was published by Disney Interactive. For those of you who remember them. However, so basically this game got like raving reviews, like 8.5, 8.9, and it got numerous awards at E3. It didn't sell well. And the reason being is because A, Disney didn't do a whole lot. They kind of did the bare minimum in terms of like pushing it out there and things like that. But one thing, like, and looking back, one thing Disney doesn't take into account of is like racing games outside of the well-known like popular racing games is kind of a niche market, similar to like fighting games. So, and I say that relatively loosely for the niche part, but it didn't sell well, and Disney closed the studio down.
Oof.
And I hated that with a burning passion because this is a game that really, really had good mechanics. It had really solid ideas. Granted, it had its own custom music. It had its own like custom cars. Like, granted, the cars were similar to cars today, but it was still like a great looking game that did something unique. And it just didn't sell well, and it gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
what
this is where my
that's
hate for Disney started because I blame.
Yeah, and that's what Disney does. If they see something that's not going to make money or it's going to be a backfire, they're going to just cut it off. Like, I'll give you an example. When after the last Jedi came out, and a lot of fans didn't like it, Rian Johnson, director of it, had a plan of doing another trilogy of Star Wars that had nothing to do with Jedi or the Force anymore. They had a whole plan. They were going to do that, and Disney was on board. But after like people were mixed on The Last Jedi and when Solo bombed. Now I like Solo as a movie. The reason why it bombed because no one cared. No one really cared about Han Solo seeing this movie. He's seeing his backstory, so
Right.
That's why it bombed. It wasn't a bad movie. It just no one cared. Disney had to go in a different direction, so they completely canceled. They cut off Rian Johnson's idea, and so they're going a different direction. So that's what Disney does. If they see something that they know they're gonna lose money in, they're gonna cut it off. And so when it came to with Star Wars, they see that as a big marketing thing. So when they see something that it's going to break that product, they're gonna cut it off.
Yep.
So, but I feel for you. Like, if you want to talk about, you know, me being upset with things that companies have done, we got to look at EA.
Oh, I was waiting for that. Oh,
Because-
I was waiting for that.
Because
God
you know now I'm excluding Sims because they do a good job. Although phasing through stairs and through people and glitching when you try to lift up a child and play with them when your arms are breaking, you can do better on that. But all being said, that's always for the giggles.
Oh my
Mass
god,
Eff-
Sims all over again.
But no, Mass Effect. Mass
Oh,
Effect.
here we go.
Mass
Here we
Effect.
Oh no, not the alien. Never mind.
What?
Let me
Ignore him. Ignore him. Go ahead, Connor.
just let me get this out, please. Mass Effect. First of all, Mass Effect 2 came out in 2010. If we want to talk about decades, that came out in 2010.
Yep.
Probably one of the best Mass Effect games that came out. Mass Effect 2. I love the Mass Effect series. I love the storyline. The storyline is one of the best storylines I've seen. Me personally, I like the storyline, the Shepard storyline. Now, if you like the ending of 3, that's debatable. But you know that ended. You know what? It ended. We're moving on. I enjoyed that. And then when I heard they come with a new Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Andromeda, I was hyped. I was so hyped. I'm like, yes. We're coming out with, you know, with new graphics on the new gen consoles, you know, new planets, you know, open world, everything. It took 4 years to develop that. It comes out, it's a piece of garbage. It's a piece of garbage.
Yep. You want to hear the best part about this too? Is that I think it was a month or two or a couple weeks before the release, I tried to warn Connor about it. I'm like, dude, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And then Connor's like, dude, I'm optimistic. I love Mass Effect. I'm gonna go in. Let's go. 2 weeks later, yeah, shit.
It's. I was
Hey,
very.
no cussing.
All right, relax. Let's relax.
No, it was true. It was
No,
really
no,
bad.
no.
Bad.
It was almost unplayable. That's how bad it was because
Yeah.
it felt uncomfortable. Hey, Dinos! Hey, if you want to come into the chat, you can. We're
Yeah,
on the
definitely,
group.
Dennis.
Come into the group.
Dinos?
Come on, Ma.
Grandma?
Sister, I miss you.
So and it was really a big slap in the face to me because I love Mass Effect, and not only did it felt uncomfortable playing it because come on in. No, I'm gonna add you to the group right now. I'm gonna add you to the group right now.
Right now.
Right, oh, didn't mean to do that. All right, there you go. So you be in, and it just felt uncomfortable. It felt like it really. I finished.
Mama Dinos.
Dinos.
Hey, Dennis. I love the icon. I love the icon.
Yes, that's a.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Yep.
I brought
Thank you.
soda.
And I.
Actually, this is partially my fault because this whole thing was my idea.
Yeah, it was. But thank you for coming. And by the way,
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate everything you've done in supporting us. Supporting me though. I really appreciate it.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Don't cry, sister.
Oh my god.
All right. So but going back to what I was saying, it was a big slap to the face to me because, you know, Mass Effect was the storyline, like Shepard's storyline. I played that game time after time after time on the PS3. I loved the story, and just the ending of 3 made me so sad. It really, it just you felt it towards the end because you had to make a choice, but you know what the right canon choice was, and you know
Right.
for the fact that he was not going to survive, and the fact that they were waiting for him to come back. Even like Joker was just waiting, and they're saying, "Yo, we gotta go," and he was waiting, and he's like, and at the point he knew he had to leave. It was so sad, but it was such a great. But I understand why they had to have an ending like that. You know, it was a big sacrifice he had to do. And then we're gonna move on to a new game and new stuff.
Oh,
It was
hey,
garbage.
Parker.
It was absolutely
You know what the
garbage.
worst part about that too was? That whole thing.
I'm sorry,
Is
love my
that-
dog.
No problem. But the worst part about that too is that I think you and I eventually had some dick in Connor and
Ooh,
eventually
shut
found
up.
out.
God dang.
But anyways, yeah, I think Connor, you and I did some digging, and we eventually found out that basically the 4 years in development, half a lie, because they spent I think 2 years in the conceptual phase and doing other stuff,
Yeah.
and then 2 years actually developing the game.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
basically, it had as much time as a card game now.
that's off. But you know what's worse? You know what actually got me really ticked was that they didn't even take responsibility for it. At least I don't know if it was developers that did or the company itself. But people ask, why did Mass Effect do so bad when it came out? You know what they did? They had the audacity to do this. They said, oh, because the Nintendo Switch Link game came out the same time the Mass Effect came out. That's why we did that. I'm like, are you serious? You're going to blame another game for your crap game? The fact that you had
part
4
of it too
years?
is like their philosophy is like, okay, we know that they're gonna have a very, very similar game to us. We need to beat them. So that's their whole like mentality.
Yeah.
But the difference between them and Nintendo, which is like Nintendo for the most part does quality control on their products.
Yeah. But it was the point that they blame them for their game failing. Your game failed because it was a awful game.
Yeah.
That's why. And they don't even have the balls to say that. They don't even have the balls to say that. Listen, I'll be straight up. When I came out with the Undertale movie, it sucked. I'm sorry. It was terrible. I look back at it, I'm like, that was an awful thing I did. I never want to do that again. I tried to make a second movie. I went through the footage. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
I
this.
think I remember this too. I remember you were like had a script and everything for the second
No,
movie.
we did. I had a whole script, everything. I was looking through it. I'm like, I can't do this again. No, this is awful. It was really bad. It was awful. And Joe always makes this joke because one of my friends, Matt did this. Matt did this, and I don't think he did it, intentionally. But it was one of the scenes, like it was an interrogation scene in that film, right? And when they're about to leave, he tried to, to comfort me because he was like a friend of mine. But the problem is he kept touching my shoulder too long. So everyone made the joke. Joe always comes up and says, goes to touch my shoulder, says, Hernandez. Because what happened is, Wilder messed up the line. He says, you're not talking to Hernandez, you're talking to me. And he said Hernandez. I'm like, are you both Hernandez? Like, what is happening here? The movie was I realized it was some people enjoyed it. I actually got a lot of positive reviews from it. But looking back, it was awful. It was so bad. It was so cringy. I'm like, oh God.
It's usually what happens when you have like the first thing you ever create.
It was the
like,
first.
kind of cringy.
It was the first movie, so I don't hit myself because I made a lot of movies. But I would say, if you want to talk about going back, the success of State Road 7. If you guys have not a chance to see that movie, it's still on.
I see it. Yay.
That's still on the. I don't know if I might have changed the. Is it still like the promoted video on my channel? I think it might.
I think it is. At least last time I checked, it was.
I keep that. Now it says it's the stream, but that is still the promoted video on my channel because it did so well. People love State Road 7. Even people from my college, like, yo, you see his movie? That was dope. When I showed it to my parents, they were clapping. It was so good. It was so good, and it was an authentic idea we did. And, we worked hard on it, and I appreciate every people working on it. So if you guys have not a chance to see that, go and check out that movie we did. It was a very good movie. And it gave us ideas, to work on new different things and everything like that. So, but we're getting off topic. But going back with that did get me, it did get me upset with that. And then guess what? They come up with Anthem. So it was there was another sense of hope. Then they messed that up.
And it died.
And then it died. I actually played it for maybe a week or so, and I didn't play it again because I'm like, well, this is actually just boring. It's like it wasn't even like mechanically there was nothing wrong with it. It just there was nothing to do. It was
Fair.
just boring.
You want to know a good series though
What?
that can redeem you?
Oh.
Infamous.
Yes. Yes. Oh yes. That's very good. I enjoyed that.
If
The
I
only
didn't,
Infamous I played was the Second Son.
Second Son was good though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember there was two things that I did. I remember play Infamous Second Son. I'm sorry, Infamous Second Son, Infamous 2. Well, I didn't get a chance to play Infamous 2, so I played Infamous 2, and the DLC that came with it.
Yeah.
Because there was like the Blood Festival, and that was like really cool. Because not only did you get like your electricity powers, but you also became like a vampire. You could just fly around and everything too. It was fantastic.
That was cool.
But Infamous Second Son brought like a lot of cool concepts to like the superhero-esque kind of thing, power fantasy.
Yeah.
But you still didn't feel like invulnerable, but you still felt like, yeah, I can take on the world. And
Yeah.
also like the little actions that you do, the choices that you make are relevant to the story.
I liked the pacifist versus
Same.
yeah.
I chose Pacifist too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yeah, that was a good series. Now, the one so the one game that I still stick with, I still play with now, and Soul, this is my game. SWTOR.
Yep.
SWTOR. I started playing that, I think a while back, probably early, like 2013 or later. And
Yeah, I think it was like about when I first met you, you like
yeah, I was really into it. I would play it all the time. I still play it on occasion, and I like the fact that they now are improving it to making the people who play free to play, they give more stuff now, which I like that, because when it first came out, it was a subscription game. You had to pay to play first. So I never got a chance to play. So it looked cool, but then later they decided, you know what, we'll do free to play. We're gonna limit it. So, and I started playing free to play. I played through it. And then, like, later, I became a subscriber, a preferred subscriber, and everything like that. And, oh, yeah, Emo said Dead Space. Dead Space was a good series as well.
That was a good series. 3 was kind of more action.
Yeah.
The first 2, but yeah, that was a good series too.
Yeah.
My favorite series that came out during this decade was most likely God of War, because
Hey,
that was my childhood games.
God of War.
God of War and Tomb Raider games that came out this decade.
Yeah.
For me, what was it? I think the best one, Connor, you probably know this
Yep.
already. The game that I spent the most time in. Alright, first and foremost, how many hours did I spend on this game? Hold on. I think I probably did a combination of, 2,000 hours in this game? Almost like 836 hours here on PC, and then I think maybe about another, I'd say 600 to 800 on PS4 when I played it. Warframe.
Yes, Warframe. Oh, my gosh. You have no idea how many times he would literally want me to get into Warframe. Well, I would say because Warframe, like you talked about, Warframe is a game where you don't even have to pay to win. You can mostly get all the stuff in the game by crafting, getting all the stuff and grinding. Yeah. It's a fun game. That's actually the first games I played when I got my PS4, because I got the Arkham Knight bundle. When I got my PS4, I got the Arkham Knight bundle, and when I was downloading, I downloaded Warframe for free. And I was playing that, and I actually really had a lot of fun with it. So, it is, like I said, it's a free game. You guys could try it out, PlayStation.
So, and I'm gonna say this because
It's a good game too.
Yeah.
It is. So I'm gonna say this because I've been playing this game since the end of 2013. I'll say this has been the game that I have played the longest, and this is like the first year where I really haven't touched it. Primarily because of of the endless grind and whatnot, and not much of a defined end game. But the reason why I love this game is because it is one of the most well-produced games, both mechanically and visually.
Yeah.
And seriously, the amount of warframes, the presentation, the amount, the cutscenes that they ended up adding, the second dream, I remember going nuts over. And some of my favorite warframes, like Nidus and Oberon.
Yeah.
And some of the weapons and things too. The combat felt good. The mod system, I wish they would expand on it a little bit more. I think the only things that I really don't like about the game now is like I feel like the AI is and that's really putting it lightly. And just like not much of a I feel like they try like adding way too many new stuff,
Yeah.
too much new stuff, and then not focusing on building everything else.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And that's where I kind of left. I've always thought about going back, and I still do. It's just you gotta justify it. But if you haven't touched it, it is still probably one of the best games on the market right now because the developers are and they're basically in a sense I'm not gonna say they're not the greatest developer of all time, but they, unlike EA, will admit their mistakes. They will admit that they screwed up. They will admit that they had a drought of content. They will freely admit that they have messed things up on their end.
Yeah.
And they have done that.
Yeah.
Whereas, the companies like EA, they won't do it. They'll take it to their grave.
Of
But
course.
they will.
Yeah.
But this has been, and the only reason why I left was because of that fact.
Yeah. One of the things, actually, Emo just said Excalibur, which actually, it reminds me of, Soul Calibur. The Soul Calibur games. The first Soul Calibur I played was Soul Calibur 4 for PS3. I didn't know what it was. Some people are not going to like this, but I got it because it had Darth Vader's picture on it. So I'm like...
I remember that one.
Yeah.
The Yoda versus
Yeah.
Darth.
Yeah, I saw the
course.
I was like, I'll try that. So I did. I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed Soul Calibur what it was. Making custom characters. I like the fact, because when Soul Calibur 4 came out, when you customize a character, the armor that you put on the character actually affects his performance in the game. Like, it affects his health, it affects his stats, his fighting style, or the fight style you pick, and then also different weapons and how it affects the thing. It's more of it's almost like a small modding system for your custom characters when you fight. That was Soul Calibur 4. So you had to have particular things for your custom character. Then when Soul Calibur 5 came out, they went full cosmetic with their customizations.
I remember that.
But Soul Calibur 5 had Ezio from Assassin's Creed. That was pretty cool. And so I played both of them. I enjoyed both of them. I enjoy making the custom characters. That's the best part of Soul Calibur, is making those custom characters. Despite WWE making custom wrestlers, Soul Calibur is a really good one. I made a lot of people on Soul Calibur. And then when they came out with this one, Soul Calibur 6 for new gens, I was actually very excited. And they had Geralt from The Witcher in as a promotional character.
2B was in that too.
Dude,
I
listen,
remember.
I'm not gonna lie, 2B is one of the most OP characters in that game. She's so OP, oh my lord.
Yep, because here's the thing, she's from Platinum Games. She was from a Platinum game.
Yeah,
Game.
exactly. We Panda made a custom character with 2B's moveset, and that character wrecks. It wrecks everybody. It was only one time where she lost. And I think they had it in a new character. So those were the two promotional characters. And then they added now they're adding older characters from older games. Like they added, what's her name? They had Amy, which is Raphael's adopted daughter. They added Cassandra, which is Sophitia's sister. And there was another one. I don't know if Sophie know her name, but she's the one with all the armor on, with the lance and the sword.
Cute.
That's a sword. I don't know her name. I think I faintly know who you're talking about. I'm not too familiar with the series.
All right, I'm gonna look her up. But yeah, I enjoy that game a lot.
You want me to tell you what game that kind of hit me?
What?
There was one game that hit me on a very philosophical level. And this... Okay, so this was actually the PS Vita.
Oh yeah.
So this game was one of the games I launched for the PS Vita. and it was called Soul Sacrifice. So I think I started playing this like I finished like fully stopped playing it when I got to ENC because I went with the 3DS again.
Yeah.
But this game, it to me was one of my more favorite games of all time. And the reason for it being is two reasons. First and foremost, oh my god, Z, is that
What is that?
Damn it, Z. He can't get over that meme. He DM'd me that. He DM'd me that one.
I accidentally DM'd Connor that. I meant to put it in the group chat, but I meant to put it on the I meant to put it on the group chat.
Stop flashing me. Damn it. Oh, okay, the character's name was Hild. That's her name.
Hild. Okay.
That's
I think
her
I
name.
remember her.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So Soul Sacrifice. Granted, it was like at first glance, it looks like a monster clan.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it is much deeper. So for starters, like mechanic-wise, basically the whole premise of this game was sacrifice. It basically took the philosophy where in order to get something in life, you had to sacrifice it. Whether it would be, time for knowledge, money for maybe like food or something like that, like things like that. So basically, in order to use your spells or attacks, you need to have like certain items, and you can only use those items a certain amount of times. Granted, you could replenish those within the battlefield, but you still had to be smart. Or you can use blood weapons, which was one of my favorite, and you can just go like blood sword all the time. But you would use your own health. You can even use like special attacks and things like that too. But if you screw up, if you use them, you could like leave yourself like horrendously wide open. Like for example, you can use your legs to do like a dive attack, like literally snap your legs and do a dive attack, but it cripples your speed afterwards.
Oof.
So there would be, and I'm talking like super drastic like downsides. Like it's not like little hindrances. These are like you're in a bad spot if you. But it also kind of like
you're gonna die 50-50 if you use this.
there is a good chance. Yeah, you can be revived by teammates too, or they can sacrifice you and then gain more power. But
it's like, sorry man, you're getting sacrificed today.
Well, they can either save you or give you a little bit of your health, or what you can do is you can sacrifice them, gain more power, but they now can't respawn for the entire match.
That sounds so interesting, bro.
Yeah, it gets better. And then also this hits me, and this is actually originally my name has always been Soul Cross since the start of this decade, or at least about early in the decade. It was I just happened to name it Soul Soda. I was here in Discord because I was feeling soda-ish that day. But the reason why I named it Soul Cross was because of its philosophy. I'm not going to spoil the story too much, but the whole story focused on something called the eternal recursion, which is basically the whole premise of the game was you can either save your enemies or sacrifice them. Now, if you sacrifice them, yes, you could, block, you could stop them from rampaging and causing destruction, but you'd be slowly corrupting yourself, and eventually becoming the monster yourself, only to be slain by another person. Or
that's deep.
Or you can save the person, but there is a likely chance with that person, it's just gonna turn into a monster again, and then you gotta fight them all over again until you have, because you keep saving them.
Damn, that's deep.
So basically, at first I started as like the salvation kind of thing because I thought that was the right thing to do. But when Delta came out, which was the second like expansion of the game, there was only one. It introduced the middle path, which is called Grim, which was granted that they also had the characters of Grimm in there, like Cinderella and things like that. And I'm sorry, but I will never look at Cinderella the same way again after seeing Cinderella as a centipede. But that's
Whoa!
because long story short, she basically had this lore where the prince was obsessed with legs, so she wanted to have different legs for every single time, and she sacrificed so she could have it, but she became that monstrosity, and I had to take my blood sword to it.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not a pretty boss fight. And by
my
that I mean,
stomach.
yeah, I know. Don't worry, I killed it with fire. Let's be perfectly
Thank
clear.
you.
Granted, I saved the person because you gain allies like in the game as well. So I saved that person. But I digress. I killed that monstrosity from
Thank
rampaging.
you.
So you basically saved everyone's lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Nice.
so I have one thing to say about that.
Yeah. I approve too. If
Fucking
you saw that
approved.
monstrosity, you would approve too.
Hey,
But-
hold on. Shout out to Red for making that. Also known as Darth
Yep.
Bucket, because he is Bucket approved.
He is the Lord of Buckets. You heard Shaxx, Lord of the Crucible. But then you have Red.
You know
that's
what?
Lord
You know
of the
what?
Buckets.
If you ever have a debate, who is better than Darth Vader? Darth Bucket or Lord Bucket?
Yep, pretty much.
He's Bucket approved. Darth Vader doesn't have that Bucket approved armor.
Yeah, he's only breathing required.
Yep. But so that's
His
good.
legs aren't made out of bucket.
But you know what? It actually kind of ties into something another game I wanted to talk about, which I was a big fan of. You probably know where I'm going with this.
Can I finish my third path first?
Go ahead. I didn't know you were finished. Go ahead.
Why you
So-
sound sad?
Because I really like this game and I really
Alright,
wish
go-
I still had.
Go ahead. Go
Cheer
ahead.
up, wimp.
So basically, the third path was basically kind of rejecting both of them, saying there has to be something else. There has to be another way to stop this recursion, to stop this from happening, so that people don't keep turning into monsters and don't keep sacrificing them in sorcerers. Just this senseless amount of bloodshed for nothing, or the senseless amount of salvation for nothing. So basically, we broke this. I won't get too long story short. We broke the illusion, broke the recursion, and I fought a dragon god. He was also my friend, but that's beside the point.
All right
Okay.
But it really kind of shaped what I kind of believe in with people with as being soul cross, is that people have both paths that you can choose. I know our society, at least here in the US, has a big issue where we like to choose one extreme or the other. Like you have to choose the extreme. You either have to be this horrible dark person or this person that just purely obeys the light. The sad part is that unfortunately we humans can't do extremes. We have to have a balance.
Yeah.
That's kind of our nature.
I mean, that's kind of
It
true.
sucks.
Yeah.
Does it suck? Yeah. Is it painful? Yes. But that's how we grow. Oh, that's awesome. And that's how we grow as people. And that's why that game has a personal thing to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Also, can I have a slice?
That's a slice of cake.
That cake's gone, man.
Yeah, his birthday was a
Yeah,
while
man.
back. It is a good cake. It looks good. But
What is
I
all
forgot to show Dino, so I thought I would show it to her. I
But,
didn't want to interrupt the stream.
piggyback on
You didn't
what-
show me either. You know.
You didn't show me either.
Me neither.
Okay, let's move on. It's a delicious cake. I want to mention something. All right.
Sure, go ahead.
So piggyback on what you were saying, I was going to mention one of my favorite games that I liked a lot when it came out was Undertale.
Oh, yep.
So and it has that same kind of premise of choosing a path. It looked like very an instant game, but inside there's a deeper story to it that I really enjoyed. Like, I know you guys are there. I did Undertale stream on the main channel, where we had a lot of people playing the voice acting for the things, and how the very happy yet emotional ending turned out to be a very funny innuendo. I will never forget that.
Yep.
You guys, so if you guys don't know, I'm going to piggyback on that. Towards the end of, I think, the Password Route of Undertale, there's a very emotional scene in that, and it made a lot of people, YouTubers, cry. It made Jack cry in that. But it was what's his name? Link, Missing Link, when he was there, just threw in a small innuendous joke that made the entire ending completely sexual.
What in the?
Damn it, Link.
Lily, no, he did. And the thing is, it was supposed to be an emotional ending because male people, but it went completely left. We were dying laughing. We were dying, like everything that the character said just went straight into the innuendo, and it was just it was so funny. But besides that, Undertale was a very good experience because you choose a Password Route, you get a good ending. You choose a genocide ending, you get a really, really scary ending.
Undertale had a lot of good learning as well.
Yeah.
Even a lot of hilarious moments.
Yeah, it did. So
I have a lot of respect for Toby. Like,
Yeah.
just the stuff. Granted, I have not played Undertale and Deltarune just because it's not my style of games.
yeah.
But I also respect him in a few ways. Like, first, as a developer, like, the amount of time he put into it.
Yep.
And then second, and most importantly, as a side note, he's also a Smash player, too.
Oh yeah.
And he also got the chance to meet Sakurai. And he's also working on, I think he's working on the music for a game right now.
Cool.
For a game that's being published with Nintendo. So I have, like, a lot of respect with him and putting feeling and stuff like that into the game and how he took the direction of the game in general. But also to piggyback off of that, like, this has also been kind of a decade of, like, visual gaming novels
Yeah. So.
when you think about it. Because you have Undertale and then you have Doki Doki.
Oh, I was just about to get into that. Because that's when me and Panda met.
Aw.
That's where we met. So, listen, I went. First of all, I never thought to get into Doki Doki only because I'm like people because Doki Doki looked like it was just like just some cute anime, thing. Nope. I was
And
like,
of course, a weeb like me picks on the video, and yep.
Hey, Connor.
but then no.
Hey, Connor.
Yep.
You know how you're talking about the self-care thing earlier
Yeah.
for your resolution?
Yeah.
I was gonna send you something, take a look at it, but yeah. I'll put it in chat.
Yep. Oh, that's
Nice.
good.
That's
Yeah.
where I get your-
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Yeah, sleep is very important. Believe me. You have no idea how much I love sleep now. I love it so much.
I love sleep, but it doesn't love me.
I know. I'm trying to best to get as much sleep as I can.
I'd be
But-
back. Okay,
all of
Daniels.
them.
But going
But anyways,
back,
going back to what you said.
yeah, going back to what I was saying is that the only reason why I got into it because I've heard like a lot of buzz from it, like Doki Doki is weird, it's creepy. I'm like, what are you talking about? So
Oh, God.
so I watched Jack play it. I'm like, what is this? I have to stream this immediately. So that's what I did. I did, and that's where I met Panda.
Aw.
That's where I met her. And not only that, because of that, we started a Discord together. Y'all don't know this, but she's actually one of the founding members of the Discord. She was one of
Wait,
the.
I am?
Yes, you are. I don't listen. You may not remember, but I do. I remember it was a bunch of us. I forgot who else. Like there was Enderman and some other guy. I forgot his name, and then it was you. You are the actual legitimate OG of this Discord.
God damn.
You are.
Take that as a compliment. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are the biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest OG that started it off. So, and that's how the Discord started. Was that so? Doki Doki was a very interesting experience with that.
I made this family.
Yes. Honestly, yes, that is true. You did.
You know what? This is very nice.
It is. But
How did I adopt you, Connor?
How did
No, dang no.
how did
You know, that made,
Well-
that made me tear. That
well-
made me tear so much. I'm gonna find a meme.
well did
Oh, God.
well actually you adopted me because now we're working on a storyline based off of Star Wars.
Did I give birth?
No, listen, no. The person that created me is downstairs right now, probably hanging out with my grandparents. So
Aw.
Oh, okay.
That's wholesome right there. That's wholesome.
it is. So and she best moms
Oh.
in the entire world.
Best
She
mom.
she made this. She made this
She made the chicken.
and the mac and cheese.
That's yeah, the
Ooh, I
stuff
love
that he
that.
wants
She
to do.
made food.
Oh, you meant your actual mom. I legit thought you meant Panda. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
she is a good mom.
What?
Alright.
Okay. All right, we're gonna.
We're
I am in
we're
love
gonna-
with this man, so I cannot be his mother. Excuse you.
That would be.
That's
That'd
not.
be-
No,
that would
that's
be-
not what I'm saying.
That'd be like the Buzz Lightyear
That would
meme.
be questionable lifestyle.
Can I make chicken and
That's-
mac and
that's-
cheese? Yes, you can. Try it.
No, she said I can make chicken and mac and cheese.
I can't read because the letters are going all the way up. And
Oh
down.
no, that's part of the meme. That's the SpongeBob meme.
Yeah, that's the SpongeBob meme.
Ah.
It's like I can make mac and cheese and chicken.
But I have a. Alright, I'm kind of curious, Connor.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. To go back on the topic.
Mhm.
Best FPS.
Best FPS. Oh. Right now, probably
No, just the whole decade.
the whole decade. Oh my.
Yeah.
I gotta think about this.
I'm putting you on the spot.
You really are. Okay.
Spotlight.
So, if I have, if, you know what, best FPS for me probably be Destiny.
Okay.
That-
Okay.
That's just
I'm
me.
sorry. What does FPS mean?
First
First
person
person shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty.
Yeah. I
Destiny.
got it.
Yeah. So, but then again, I was gonna say Mass Effect, but Mass Effect is third person, so I guess doesn't really count. So I would go with. Thank you. I appreciate that.
True. That is true.
I'd go with Destiny.
We can't change your mind because it is the best nation.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep, we're not even going to attempt, sir, because you're correct. Not tooting my, not trying to toot my own horn, but you know, yeah, Destiny, what I think is really good FPS, mostly because I enjoyed it. a
Alright,
lot.
which one though? Which
I
one? Two
right
or
now,
one?
I like two. Right now, I like two because I'm still playing it. One was good, to a certain extent. Like after to a point where they had the last DLC, I just stopped playing it because it just I couldn't really progress and everything. I didn't have a lot of friends to play with on it. But now Destiny 2 has got a big expansion and now it's so much better now. I enjoy Destiny 2 more.
That's good.
That's nice.
I got one that's it's gonna. I think it's gonna be generally good.
Yep.
So I actually had to think about this because I actually had like a lot of I basically categorized this in topics.
I'm sorry, so
then I
I'm
have
done. Do you on VR chat? Yeah, that's actually what we meant on VR chat. I have a story. I actually have a story. I'm sorry, so
God.
I hate to cut you off. I have a story. So, and there's this.
What the hell?
Yes, Dad, I have a story. So when we met, I don't know if this was true or not, but we were talking. When we first met, we were talking about some of the games that we could play. You know, we both had like PC and like some games we can play, maybe stream together. Because I was trying to reach out to different people, see if we get some people in the Discord, right?
Right.
And she was like, "Cool," but then, one of her friends was like, "You know, she's drunk, right?" I'm like, "What? She's what?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then and then she snapped me saying, "Yeah, here's some of the things we have some ideas." And then later, I think it was like her relative was like, "Yeah, she's passed out right now." So,
Oh my god.
and so I'm like, okay. I wake up, and I see her again. I'm like, so what about those ideas we had? It's like, what ideas? I'm like, do we have ideas? You mentioned all the ideas on my Snapchat. I'm like, wait, I had ideas? I'm like, yes, because I don't remember anything that I just said. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we're friends now.
Alcohol's one hell of a drug.
But
Yeah.
and I was like, for a minute, I was just like, she just became friends with a stranger she didn't even know. And then she's like, "Do I know you?" I'm like, "Yeah, you Snapchat. You sent me the Snapchat. We became friends on Snapchat." And you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's pretty. Damn, that's actually pretty rough.
That's low down. I'm sorry.
That was, I mean, for me, it was weird because I'm like, because I was technically an adult, and she was
And she was drunk?
and she was underage too. And
Oh,
that was well, first of all,
That's bad.
that was because I wasn't trying to, I was just trying to get people to game to join the Discord and stuff like that. That's what I was doing.
Right.
But that was a very awkward situation I had, where it was just like she was drunk. She willingly followed me on Snapchat,
Of a drug.
and then next minute she forgets everything that just happened. I was just like, oh no. So that was a weird experience, but despite that, she has grown significantly through these past few years. But the fact that now you've grown as a person, you got yourself, you have motivation, you have something that you want to do, and that's very important, that you have something that you want to do and you're pursuing it. And that's what I'm very, very proud of you from, that you got out of that, that dark place that you were with.
That's my line.
So saying you got out of that, that place you're in. You're now working on, getting yourself together. You're in college. You're working on getting a degree and everything. That's important, and that's what I really wanted. That's what I really wanted. And that's the point of us, that we have something to motivate ourselves to, that we have a goal, that we have something to work on. It doesn't have to be about gaming. It doesn't have to be about, some big thing or whatever. It's something that if you're dedicated and you're truly, really want to do this, we'll support you 100%. We will. We might not have the same ideas or everything. We'll still support you 100%, despite who you are. That's what we are. So, I'm proud of you, Dinos. I really am. Your son's proud. Your adopted son is proud. So that's how we met. Now, if you want to talk about this, we're working on a storyline basically for the I guess the Discord, like our own side projects, our own side stories. And I personally, Lord.
I mean,
I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'll be right back because I'm still kind of under the weather, so I'm trying to stay hydrated. So give me a moment.
That's fine.
Hydrate.
Yeah, so and we're working on different like storylines based off of Star Wars. So one thing that me and Panda were working on was how we first met in a Star Wars setting, and then I kind of updated the story of how Dinos adopted me in a Star Wars story. So I'm
It was
working
beautiful.
on, yes. So if you guys don't know, I can give you guys a sneak preview of what that is. So this is kind of linked to SWTOR a little bit. So you're gonna see some names from SWTOR. So, and you get to find out who my actual Star Wars father is. So,
Is it soda? I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
Dear God, dear God,
Dear God.
Z, please, for the love of God, I'm sorry. So
You realize that if you make Soda his father, that means, oh God, no.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
God.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly. No.
It's
I-
time to stop, please.
it is
It's time to stop.
okay. All right, getting okay.
Get some help.
All right,
Stop it. Stop it. Take a rest.
all right. Getting back to what I was saying. So, I'm basically giving him a preview of the story of me in the Star Wars sense. So, my father, in Star Wars sense, not my IRL father. Just to be clear, no confusion. My Star Wars father. His name is Darth. God damn it, Soul. Say Soul.
By the way, when Soda said something, and when you stopped saying Darth and then the name, it sounded very inappropriate. I'll just say, oh, that's all I'll say.
Okay. I give you. Listen, Soul. I give you that one because listen, we always make jokes that Malgus and Gaul are the same person, but
Yeah, you just kill one, they go to the other game. You kill the other, they go to the other game.
You know, there's only one thing I can say about that.
What? God damn it!
Oh my god.
Freaking.
Not that one again.
Top donation.
I know. That's what made it worse. That's what made it so much worse.
Well, that moment when you get that girl bucks, the $2.
Damn it. But okay, let me finish.
Alright, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean, I will always have top donations, so you know.
I will always have most classy. All right.
Yeah. I'm never gonna get the story out. Can I please
sorry, go
just
ahead.
get the
Go ahead.
story out?
Go ahead.
Because I'm pretty
Everyone shut up.
because I'm pretty sure Dinos wants to know who my real father is in Star Wars. So, my father in Star Wars is named Darth Conchovar. Now, the name Conchovar actually is my name in Gaelic.
Huh? That's intriguing.
Yes.
I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, Conchovar is Connor, and that's the actual my name is spelled Connor. Conchovar is the exact Gaelic translation of that, which means wolf lover. So, my father in Star Wars is named Darth Conchovar. Darth Conchovar was a Sith warrior, Sith champion for the Sith Empire. He won many different wars. He brought the Empire to victory many different times, and he was well favored to the Emperor. But he was hated by Darth Barris. Keep that name in mind, Darth Barris. So he did so well that the Emperor said, "I'm going to give you a gift. You can go to Korriban, which is the planet where they train." Barris, Barras. I'm sorry. It sounds like I said Varys. It's Barris. Barris.
Beerus,
Dark. It's Dark Various.
No, Mama Dinos, this is not SSJ.
This ain't Dragon Ball.
You know,
This ain't Dragon Ball.
the first time I was getting into Star Wars, I really thought it was saying Dark Vader instead of Dark.
Dark Vader, really?
So Dark Barris. So there you go.
Yes. Okay. Now we get back to the story. He said, you can choose an apprentice of your choice from Korriban. One of the best of your choosing. So he's like, cool, awesome. So he goes down to Korriban, which is the Sith Academy where they train you Sith. He goes up to one of the overseer. He's like, here are the top students that we have so far. He sees all of them. Doesn't like any of them. There was one female Sith that walks into the office. He sees her and says, I want her. Instantly, she's like, I want her. Her name is Eris. Erres. Darth Eris. So
Out of curiosity, is this any correlation to Eris from Destiny?
No, that has nothing to do with that.
I just want to make
That's
sure.
nothing to do with that. That's nothing to do with that. So
Okay, just want to make sure.
because
Continue.
that would be another joke that we can make, but we're not going there. We already have
That's
Gaul.
a meme I'm gonna make.
We already have Gaul. We don't need another one. So
We already have Robert the Frogger. We don't need another one.
all right. So he basically trained her to be his apprentice, and they fought wars together. And she was by his side through the entire time. Later, during the time, they both fell in love with each other. A few years later, she gets pregnant.
Oh.
That's when Conchovar realized that I could no longer be a Sith. Because now I have a son that I want to raise. So he decided to step down as a Sith, which no Sith can rarely do. No Sith can really step down, but the Emperor actually allowed him to step down. Which actually is kind of a link to even the bigger story with me. So keep that in mind later.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
Which emperor is this?
Vixian, the Sith Emperor.
Okay.
Vixian.
Okay. Just wondering.
So he decided to retire as a Sith, and basically Eris gave birth to me, and he named me. We named me Connor, because his name was Conchovar, and he wanted the English translation, so he gave me Connor. It's like I'm passing my generation down to you. So, but here's the interesting part. Here's the interesting part. He may have won favor with the Emperor. Barriss never forgets his enemies. He never forgets his enemies. And he saw this, and he hated Conchovar because he was the top Sith out of the whole Empire, and he wanted to be the top. And he didn't. He was always second behind Conchovar. And he hated that. He wanted to kill him. And when he saw the opportunity when he retired, he took it. Here's what he did. I was about 6 years old. One day, Conchovar sees Sith ships, Imperial ships coming to his house. He knew for a fact that Barriss was coming for him. So he set up a safeguard. He decided to put me under the house and say, protect yourself. So he and Eris tried to defend himself. Unfortunately, they were overcome by Barriss, and he ended up killing both of them. But he didn't know that I was still alive. He didn't know I was still alive, so he left. So I was there. I was under the house there for about a few months, and I never forgot Barriss's face because I know what he looked like. I was in that house under the house for months. I stayed there because I did not want to leave. Guess who comes to save me? The Dinos clan of the Mandalorians. Dinos was one of the big upstart Mandalorians in her Mandalorian clan, and she was doing a sweep during different collateral damages and everything. And she opened up the gates and saw me, and she's like, "We need to protect this child." So she adopted me. And she ended up adopting me and two other Siths that were in similar situations. Joe and Nightmare. And they became my siblings in the Sith. And after that, all of us had a motivation to become Sith. Different motivations. One, because Joe wanted to fight in the wars and support the Empire. Dark, because she wanted to learn about Sith sorcery. But I had one particular goal. I wanted to kill Barriss. Because he killed my family.
Yep.
So, what did Dinos do? She got me into the Sith Academy because she has an overseer named Tremel, who's the first person you see in the SWTOR game when you do the Sith Warrior story. He has a contact saying, I want you to train this child, protect him, make sure he's the top, and he becomes an apprentice with Darth Barriss. That's why in the game, Tremel kind of puts you ahead of schedule before anyone else. So.
Okay, so you tied this with the game. Okay,
I did. Yeah, no, I did. I told you it's going to tie with the Switch.
Okay, so I thought you just meant the lore in general, not like the actual.
No, I tied it with the game.
Okay.
No, I tied it with the game. I tied it with the game. So
Smart.
yeah. So then next thing you know, I become Barriss' apprentice. I learned from him. I know all of his moves. I'm close to him. He didn't know who I was until later on afterwards, because there was one particular person in the game who was actually a spy for him, and his name was Malavai Quinn. And he asks me in the game. He asks you, "What's your next goal?" And he says, I'm gonna kill my master and take over." And then Barriss puts two together and realized that this man is actually the son of Conchovar. He didn't know it, and he's way more. He sees how more powerful I am than Conjuvar is. So, long story short, he betrays me, and it goes into the story that me and Panda are working with. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
So
So
then you kill him, then he comes to Destiny. Him.
yeah, he turns. No, that's the wrong person. That's Malgus.
Oh yeah, whoops.
You're messing up the lore, damn it. So
I'm sorry, I'm trigger happy.
you are, but yeah, that's what we're working on. And it came out with even another story idea that's gonna be probably kind of mind blowing, and we'll be working on it. But after we finish this one, so yep.
I do have a couple ideas to change up like a couple major things, but yeah.
Yep.
Talk to you after.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be like
I want this as a book.
we're gonna make it into a fan story. It's gonna be either posted on Reddit or it's gonna be posted
Fanfiction?
Yeah, fan fiction. It's gonna be either on Reddit or some other place we're gonna put it up. So once it's done, we'll post it up. You guys can read it.
I know for sure it's gonna be on my Wattpad because I want to post it.
Yeah. So yep. And yeah, and I think towards the end towards the end, because obviously it ends
Ew,
with me-
what?
Dinos fanfic.
Oh, but when it towards the end, we know the fact that inevitably Barris is going to be killed by me. But the way we're going to do it, I think, is that in the game, you actually kill him in front of the Dark Council, and you assume the authority as the Empire's wrath. So that's going to be a very, very interesting thing to work out into this story. So yeah, that's what we're working on. So it'll be very, very
Nice.
interesting. Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to seeing it, man.
Yep, definitely. So
I already know I won't be in the story because EA put me in Legends.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. We have another story. I'm sorry. We have another story. So Soul decided to get on Switch Tour just to play some more games with us, get more interactive, and what happened is he tries to break the game every single time. He got stuck in an elevator. He was stuck in the bottom of a pit, still alive. Everything in the void. Guess what happens? He tries to log in. He can't log in.
Dang!
So what he does?
That messed up.
So here's what happened. So here's what happened. Actually, what happened. So yes, I broke the game. So however, when you're a free to play player, I thought I registered my account from the email. EA, or at least like the system that they use, said I didn't. So what I had to try to do was I tried to go through and try to register my email. So every single time I did, it said, "Oh, you're good. Oh, you're good." In reality, no, I wasn't. The system was lying to me. So basically, my account locked, and I didn't have any way to do it.
And the joke was, EA saw Soul breaking the game. It's like, we can't have him in our game. Lock his account. That's the running joke. We can't have
See,
this.
I was more powerful than any other Sith or Jedi in the game.
He was just a smuggler.
What the fuck? What in the fuck? You were just a smuggler, you got kicked out? What the hell is that?
I was too powerful. See, I didn't have the Force. I had
So
the.
you were smuggling from the best of the best. What?
Yeah,
That's one of the
also,
Force.
I remember the time that you couldn't get on the elevator.
Oh yeah, he got trapped in.
Oh, I got pushed through the elevator.
He
I
wanted
think I
the
also
Force.
got stuck into it. Like, I somehow fused with the elevator too at one point.
You know, there's only one thing I can say about this.
Oh yeah.
He got the Force.
He what?
The elevator.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Did you
Yes,
hear?
Dinos.
I
wanted the
heard you,
Force, but
I
they
heard
wouldn't
you.
give it me. They wouldn't give it to me. And then EA said, "No, you really can't have it." And I said, "Make me." And they said, "Fine," and they kicked me.
They-
So you have been exiled.
Basically.
What the fuck?
So, Soda can get it.
Lord.
Whoa.
I'm done.
Anyway.
I gotta go.
All right,
I'ma
I'll head
head
out. Yeah, but yeah, so that's what we're working on with this. So we're working on that.
Yeah,
We're gonna change a little bit of some of the key players in it. I can hear myself
Whoa,
again.
echo.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's gone. But I think one of the key players that's due probably in the beginning of this story is named I think it's Darth Varon, but I might change that. So I changed a few different names. So I might change it to about a different name. I have actually switched that to being Joe actually. And then, well, maybe we'll include Dark in the story as well, because I kind of want her to be at the end of this one when we face Barris. So,
okay.
yeah, it'll be very interesting. Yeah, it's,
I'm gonna talk to you after.
yeah.
Because I kind of included her already.
I mean, yeah, you already did, but I might see if we can include her more. But if you have a different idea, we could talk. But
Yeah, we'll talk after.
yeah, but I don't know if we have anything else to talk about. But I would say, I mean, so do you have anything else? Because I'm probably
No, that's pretty much it. I mean,
so I will say this has been a remarkable journey. We're still on the bus. I call it the struggle bus because sometimes it's a struggle. We're on that struggle bus together, my friends. The
We're
struggle
on
bus.
the dysfunctional family bus right now.
The dysfunctional family bus, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
like crazy.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, we may be dysfunctional, but so does E40. Like I said before.
nope. Nope.
Yep.
and he will deny it every single time.
Yeah, because it's true.
You can deny it, but it's true.
But yeah.
Well, guys, that's the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Man, but I will say, I just want to thank not just you guys, but the fans, all the 3,000 plus people who decided to follow this man from Boston. This dude from Boston decided to
Look at this dude.
decided to turn on a camera and say decided to turn on a camera and say, "Hi, I'm here," and 3,000 people say, "Nice to see you. We like you." So, I do appreciate that, and even if you guys, whatever you're, believe it or not, I thank God for every single one of you. I continue to pray for every single one that God will guide you through your life, even if you believe me or not, whatever you believe with. I continue to pray for everyone because, you know, God has a purpose for all of us, even if we don't believe it. I could go on a whole thing. I'm not gonna preach, believe me. I'm going to church later, so I'm saving up for that. So, but the things that he's done in my life, if it wasn't for him, I probably would not be here right now. The one thing that I struggle with the most is loneliness. That is one of the things that I struggle with a lot, is being alone. And the only reason why I haven't fallen into depression is because God's always been there for me. And he's like, listen, I created you for a purpose. You're going to keep going. You're here inspiring so many people to do many different things. That's what I created you for, to help inspire all these people. So don't you even think about falling into there, because you have work to do. And I just want to thank him for that. And I want to thank him for bringing us all together here, because there is a reason for that. Whether you guys believe it or not, whether you want to accept that or not, it's completely up to you. I have no problem with that. But that's just what I believe. And I thank you guys so much. And hopefully we'll have a strong 2020. I love you guys. I love you all.
We love you too.
We love you too.
Yeah, no homo.
Yee.
You no homo.
You are my brother. You are my brother.
We're going to keep this nation going. Hashtag see if a nation is going to rise in 2020. We're going to make it happen. We're gonna bang it out. We're gonna keep doing these streams. We're gonna post in these videos. We're gonna get that Patreon going. We're gonna bang it out. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna
Never
stop.
say bang it out. Never say bang it out.
Never say bang it out. Pause. But
When I look at my own Discord family, I get really hyphy.
Yes, you do. Can you understand me? It's unlikely. So,
And hopefully I'll be starting my own chat and Discord very soon.
oh, that's good, man. Good job, Kai. Man, I'll be the first one to subscribe to you, buddy. So
And
we're.
now I'm starting to stream on Omelette, by the way.
Oh, cool, dude.
Cool.
All right.
Omelette,
Don't. If it helps Kai, Connor's gonna dig it.
Okay.
All right.
because
But
I'm gonna be playing mostly mobile games. I'm gonna be streaming mobile games like World of Tanks, Warships.
yeah, and listen, we're gonna listen. This nation's gonna keep going. We're gonna keep posting these vids. We're gonna be doing those streams, whether you guys are gonna watch or not. I'm still gonna keep going. We're not gonna stop. This nation's gonna
Ready
rise.
for MLG Kingdom.
Ho!
What the fuck?
Exactly. But as I was saying, we're gonna keep it going, despite what any of this crap YouTube's gonna do. If they're gonna throw stuff at us, we're gonna keep going. We don't care. Like literally, I have a backup channel. We have the CFN Gaming channel. Subscribe to that. If anything happens to this channel, we're gonna go over there. All right, we're not stopping. We're gonna keep going, despite what
If
other.
anything happens to any other channel, come to me.
Yes.
Wow.
Self-promotion.
Oh man, come to me.
Self-promoting.
I'm gonna be starting some shit soon.
Yeah, we're all gonna be starting, man. We're all gonna start something. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
Anyways.
I remember when I streamed.
Yeah.
Soda lost twice.
oof.
Oof.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
That was random.
See, hold on. I forgot something. How many times have I beaten you in Brawlhalla?
oof.
Take
Zero
that, boy.
Ooh.
Oh!
Burn
I
this ice.
like how someone's like, how many times I beat you? I'm like 0 times, and all of a sudden everyone goes,
Oh
oh!
yeah!
I'm sorry. Who actually
Remember
like
all
went?
those times you
Remember what
called
that-
me out as a cheater on Brawlhalla because I was too good?
You mean?
I will turn you into Ja Rule, okay?
Oh Lord. All right.
But,
Anyways. Oh yeah. You gonna say something, Soul?
yeah, I just want to also say thank you guys, like the community, so much, and also to the people on our Discord as well.
Exactly.
I know I'm kind of the chancellor, so I probably should say something. But seriously, like,
Thank you,
guys.
Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Do it. Do it.
Oh Jesus.
It's like the one time I should actually act as a chancellor. But seriously though, thank you guys like on the Discord, for just being part of our family and everything. I know, like, I've had the pleasure Yeah, I know I
You're
had like the
genuinely
pleasure of like meeting a lot of the people here on the Discord, like talking to a lot of people, and even helping like some people out, just in general. I just want to say like that, it means a lot to actually get to know you all, like to get to know you and like play games with you and things like that, and it means the world. So thank you very much for being part of us, our family. We hope that if you haven't joined, definitely come join our join it. Granted, we are we're just as friendly as we are here.
Yep. You know what I'm gonna do?
Granted, stupid stuff has happened, like Slapfest 2.0.
Oh
but-
yeah, I remember that.
But,
All right, so
you know,
I am gonna generate a link. I'm gonna put in the chat, so
Oh, go
if
ahead.
people on this chat who wants to join, they can. So if anyone wants to join, be part of this. So yeah. Anyways, so I gotta do this again. 2019. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this stream. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like and comment, hit that notification bell. If you follow me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/CFNNation, we do a bunch of gaming streams on there. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Patreon because we're going to be posting stuff too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the CFN Nation, brother. and we'll see you guys next time. Peace!